Welcome, Geek Nation. There is a library of games that doesn't always get the love and attention it deserves. Every week, we explore a new game to share with you the wonderful world of tabletop RPGs. I am your host, Emily Moon, and this is One Shot. This week, we're going into the secret world of the Witness. I will hand it over to our game master,
MC.
storyteller, MC,
Oh,
and let him
well, I
explain more.
whatever term it is, I'm going to be the one running the game. Game Master is just fine. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be playing City of Mist and running this for everyone who's here today, both the viewers at home and the people who are here to play. First, we should do a round of introductions so that everybody knows who everybody else is. My name is Randy Oast. I go online by Amazing Rando. I am going to be the game master today. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm looking forward to having a great game. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Mallory.
You gotta call me out like that? Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Mallory. I tend to go by Azure Frost online. My pronouns are she, her, and I've never played this game before, so it's gonna be very interesting.
Excellent. Let's see, Rob, you can go next and introduce yourself.
Yep, I'm Rob Duke. Don't really have any other online aliases, what I go by. Very transparent. My pronouns are he, him, and this is also my first time playing this game.
That leaves one more person for introductions. Go ahead.
Sure. Name's Brandon. Go by Conradin online, and pronouns he, him. I've played Cities of Mist a little bit, and looking forward to it.
Excellent. So now that we know most of you haven't played, whenever I mess things up, only the chat room. No, so that's good. All right. So one of the first things that I'd like to do is I'd like everybody, we've done introductions of who we are. I'd like to do introductions of the characters that you're playing. So City of Mist has a wealth of pre-generated characters to kind of spark the inspiration. And characters in City of Mist, they are based on what's called riffs. These are various kind of like mythological or heroic or even villainous archetypes that happen throughout our history. So, for instance, like the Sword of Excalibur is an inspiration for one of the pre-gens that's not being played tonight. So I'd really like it if everyone would take a moment and introduce us to your characters so that we know who you're playing. I will start with Lily.
Hello. Lily is playing Lily Chow. So it'll be
Well, that's
easy
going to be
track.
really easy.
Yeah. And I'm a punk with a giant, mysterious, astral kind of very giant protector big brother.
So like a ghostly giant who follows you around and helps you out.
Yes.
Excellent. Brandon, would you like to introduce us to your character?
Sure. Tonight I'll be playing Talik. He is one part Aztec god of rain, lightning, water, all that fun jazz. But what he really wants to focus on is his, little bit of a shady business he's got going on, but he's trying to make it big in the city. Basically, you got a problem, he'll try to, either get it done himself, or he knows a guy that can probably help you out with it.
Excellent. Rob, who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing Job. He's a father figure on a mission. I took to the cloth, yes, I'm playing a priest, to make contacts in the crime-ridden community of Miller Square. Let's see what kind of fun I get into with this.
I have to admit, every time I hear the name Job, all I think is Arrested Development. My brain immediately goes to like Arrested Development jokes.
You ruined it. Just kidding.
I know, but I won't do that tonight. No promises.
It's fine.
Mallory, who are you playing?
I'm playing Scarlet. She's pretty straightforward. It's a little Red Riding Hood. So basically, the backstory is that the Hood, which is a relic item, chose Scarlet in her time of need, and now she's getting used to the powers.
Very nice. We've got an excellent assortment of characters. In City of Mist, in addition to everybody having their personal characters, there's also the concept of the crew theme. So you are all part of a crew, even though we established during our off-screen setup that you guys all are aware of each other, but you're not really like a tight-knit like X-Men squad. The crew theme that you guys have that you have selected is Dabblers in the Mist. So that is basically the mystery of your existence is kind of what calls you all together. You all have like an empathic connection. There seems to be divine intervention kind of helping you help each other out to find out what's going on with all of these rifts that are empowering you, but also threatening to kind of take over who you are. So there's a lot of mystery that goes around that. So with that, we've done introductions of who we are, who we're playing, and the crew theme. So let's go ahead and begin the game. So, Job, you are in your church. Okay, the church is, it is derelict isn't the word that you would use to describe it, but there is a lot of dust. There's a lot of imperfections. You're doing your best to kind of keep the heat on and keep things going within your church. And you have, through your congregation, been hearing rumors of things going on down at the dock of the city. Okay. So you've, a couple of your parishioners or dock workers, they say that there's some shady things going on down at the dock, specifically involving a particular character that everyone calls Stanislaw the Vile. So I'm going to go ahead and just type that into the chat so everybody can see how that is spelled. But Stanislaw the Vile, obviously this guy is not a good person. This is somebody who moves shady things, is renowned as, he takes care of big projects that generally have a negative impact on the community. And so you're very interested in finding out what he's doing down at the docks.
Okay.
The trouble is, Joe, while it is literally impossible to kill you, you do know that you can be hurt and you can be trapped, and that you are not a one-man attack squad.
Okay.
And so you have the idea that you kind of need some help and need some assistance. And so you feel as though like some of the other rifts that you've encountered occasionally may be able to help you out with this.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to kind of daisy chain this so that you guys all get together. So Rob, I'd like you as Job to let me know how you reach out to one of the other mists, one of the other characters, how you get in touch with them.
Okay. I call, is it Tlaylock?
Talik?
Talik, sorry.
I'm not sure. We'll go with Talik.
So I'm calling.
Okay. Hello?
It's Job.
Sure, what can I do for you?
I got a hit on Stanislaw the Vile down at the docks. Need some backup.
Ooh, that sounds, mighty troublesome. I guess I could maybe be persuaded to help out, though. You know my fees, of course.
Of course. Can't keep my bills on the church, but sure.
I'm always here to help a friend as long as, can, feed myself. I got a business to take care of, But yeah, whatever you need.
This would be helping the community.
Sure.
So, Talok, as you get off the phone with Job, you are thinking to yourself that, like, whatever Stanislaw is moving there might be a little bit of side profit for you, as long as it's not too, nothing super bad. It's sort of like whenever Cobra and GI Joe teamed up against the drug dealers back in the 80s. It's like it was something even worse. You're okay with doing like the Cobra stuff.
Okay.
So I know I'm old. I make really old references. I'm sorry.
I'm getting.
So what's that?
I get it.
You're getting it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, we both have gray hair. There we go. So, all right. So you know that you need some additional assistance with what's going on. You're going to need to get some help. You're going to call in a favor from one of the other two PCs. So how do you get in touch with them? You can make it a phone call, a text, something mundane. You could do something super ridiculous. I'm giving you some narrative permissions here to be creative.
Okay. I don't know, we'll do good old phone calls. He's a people person.
That's fair. All right. Which of the two other PCs would you like to get in touch with to bring everybody together?
First I was gonna ask, because I'm a small-time fixer myself, do I know anything about this Stanislaw?
Well, let's get everybody together, and then we can start putting that together. I just want to get all of you in the same place, and then we'll start answering questions about what you may or may not know about Stanislaw, the Vile.
Sure.
We know he's vile.
Yeah, with a name like the Vile, I think we're gonna need a heavy hitter. And I know there's this Lily got some crazy ghost thing going on. Don't know exactly what all I can do, but that sounds like something you'd want against someone named the Vile. So I'll ring up Lily.
Hey,
Got a good old buddy of mine, Job. Says he needs some help with this guy Stanislaw the Vile. Was wondering if you'd be willing to come along.
sounds like a trip. Sounds like fun. Sounds like I probably should be doing that. Sounds awesome. Let's do this.
Sure, I knew you were the right person to call.
Yes. We'll get on this Job job.
Who's on the phone, Lily? Hans says, your giant.
Oh, just some guy. No.
Oh, you mentioned something about a job. What I thought that you already had. I know that you're having some issues, so maybe a job would be good.
Mm-hmm.
You could make some money, perhaps get an apartment to stay in.
Yep. Squatting usually isn't very good. Squatting is horrible. You never know when people are going to come home from their vacation, and then you have to crawl out through a window.
Just terrible.
Well, at least you have me to lift you down from the second-story window.
That's true. You always catch me home. You're
I've
the
got your
best
back,
brother
Lily.
ever. You're the best big brother ever.
All right, so Lily, you know Talok, and so you are a runaway punk, and you've done odd jobs for Talok before. You and Iron Hans, your giant,
Yes.
and you've done jobs for him before. You also know that he's not super trustworthy. So in addition, he's generally trustworthy, but you know that he's
Just a little shady.
He might get it. Well, here's the thing. It's not that he's dishonest. It's that he has big eyes. And so he'll go after a job that maybe is outsized for him. And so you feel like this might be one of those situations, and you might want to bring in someone else to help to make sure that everything goes as planned.
Mm-hmm. Then I guess I will text Scarlet.
All right, you text Scarlet. What do you text to her?
I say, hey, what up, bitch?
I send back a wave emoji.
Hey, you looking to have some fun?
Maybe.
There's a wild mess down at the docks.
I send back a thumbs up emoji.
Okay. I say, meet at Job's church.
I send
Sorry
back,
that it's a church.
I send back an okay hand emoji.
Okay. I send I just send a random
Ghost
I send
apple
a-
high heels.
yes, thumbs up. And then yeah, an eggplant, who knows. Okay.
All right. So now that everybody is done texting and the phone chain, so yes, Job's Church. As I said previously, Job's Church. It's Gothic. It is evening time. The sun has set down past the horizon, but there's still a little bit of orange kind of coming over the horizon as the last little bits of dusk are starting to fall away. You all meet at Job's Church. So, Job, whenever you answer the door, you expected Talok, and you end up getting a whole host of people coming in.
Host in a church.
I try to do well with the puns.
Well, come in.
I go in
flip
like
a
I own the
cigarette
place.
off.
I go in.
All right. So what all information do I know?
Generally, you really don't have a whole lot on specifics. You just know that Stanislaw the Vile is having stuff like something docked down at the port of the city, and that it is like it's something big, and so he's doing. Stanislaw is trying to keep it quiet, like more so than usual, and so that means that it's probably big and it's probably important. All of the local, I mean, you will understand that the local cops are paid off enough to kind of like look the other way. They don't want to involve themselves since they've been like paid well to look the other way, and so someone has to go and find out what's going on.
Okay. Look, there's something big going down the docks. Stanislaw the Vile is trying to keep it quiet, and it's not good for the community. So how about we go and shake things up?
Fine with me, I guess.
Sounds like a party.
Let's see. Is this where I can do kind of like a gather information type
Yes.
thing? Okay.
Yes, now would be, I believe the move is investigate. I suppose I should open up my PDFs for player moves and MC moves, so I have those handy. But investigate, you're trying to find out information about Stanislaw the Vile, correct? Like, kind of what you might know about him.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll investigate. What tags do you think from your character would apply for this?
I think I'm gonna go with a small-time fixer. Just he's kind of been around the city, worked with a lot of different people. He picks up odd ends here and there. And then shadow and observe. He's always on the lookout, trying to, potentially get an upper hand on someone that could maybe give him trouble later on.
Those both sound good to me. Go ahead and apply those to the roll, and
Okay.
let's see what the dice tell you.
There we go.
Oh, snap. 12. That is very good. All right. So you get a number of clues equal power. So you can ask questions. I have to either give you a straight answer or a solid lead. So you get 2 questions because the power that you applied to that roll was 2.
Okay, let's see. I guess first off, do I know if he is awakened or any kind of hints around that, maybe?
That is a great first question. Stanislaw the Vile, despite having the obnoxious name, you believe him to still be a sleeper. So what a sleeper is, for those who may not know, In the game, there are the rifts, which are all of you, as well as other people that you might encounter tonight. But for the most part, the general population are sleepers. They don't know that there's any of the supernatural stuff going on. They don't understand it. When it happens, the mist of the city kind of erases their memory or gives them justification for why that fireball wasn't a fireball. It was a gas leak that was lit on fire. So, yes. So he is a sleeper as far as you are aware. Which I guess is not a straight answer. He is a sleeper.
Okay.
All right.
So he's a sleeper, and then secondary question. I guess a little bit more about like what his usual dealing is. How is he part of the mob or like what type of crime? Is he the boss? Stuff like that kind of.
Sure. You know that he is. He's probably one of. I don't want to say like top men within the mob in the city, but he is like one of the top kind of hired hands. Like there are a number of gangs in the city, and Stanislaw the Vile kind of runs his own gang, and he's renowned for like dealing with extremely bad things. Like different gangs have different lines that they won't cross. Like maybe they'll sell drugs, but not gonna like do murder. Stanislaw the Vile has no lines. Like there's nothing that he won't do. So like he'll do human trafficking, he'll sell, drugs, he'll have people murdered, like etc. Like he has no line. That's why the Vile is there.
I guess kind of an add-on to that. Is there any for the gang that he runs, do they ever have any type of marking or anything associated with them?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah. No. He's actually pretty smart in that regard because, like, if they all had like patches or tattoos or something, like you would be able to know like who's in his gang, and that just doesn't work.
I wasn't sure if they were like the greaseback, the vials. They just go around the docks snapping. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, does that make you the Jets? Like, they're the Sharks? Like, no. All right. So, yes. So, you have earned your clues for your investigate. So, you found out some more about Stanislaw the Vile. So, yes. What do you guys want to do? The sun has now completely set. It is dark in the city. And you're there.
I have homework due tomorrow, so can we like get this
Hurry
wrapped
this
up
up,
pretty quickly?
Sorry.
It's Joe's job. I mean, he's taking the lead, right? I guess. Something.
I mean, I can do some scouting
Sounds good.
if you think that's something that would be useful.
Yeah, because we know it's at the docks, but not like it's in like warehouse
Right.
A12 or anything.
Yeah,
right?
you're gonna have to look around and find out where.
Let's go.
All right, who has a vehicle? Everybody there.
I have the church van.
Probably not. I mean,
Yep. there's a church van.
on the side of the church van, does it say, "We'd ride with Jesus"?
No, the letters are probably all like etched, like worn. They're kind of distressed. Name of the church, but it's like hardly
Just
there.
says "Ride Jesus."
Right.
All right, there. All right, you guys have the Ride Jesus van. You have to take out the last two seats in the van to accommodate for Iron Hans, the unusual big brother of Lily. And so you guys all pile into the van, and you make your way along. Let's see. So, Job, I'm looking at your weakness tags. Nope. All right, so you guys managed to get down close to the docks. Scarlett, you said that you were interested in kind of scoping out the situation.
Mm-hmm. I think
So
sneak
that-
around would work, right?
Well, I mean, yes, sneak around is definitely.
Or would investigate be
like-
better?
Well, I think that. So, well, investigate. You're trying to find out where it is, so that does sound a little bit better. Sneak. Let's see. Someone important noticed you. I guess sneak is trying to bypass where investigate is trying to get information, and so it sounds to me like investigate actually would be the better of.
Okay.
Can I help her? If I do something to like give her a bonus or something.
You can certainly try. What are you thinking about doing?
I'm thinking of conjuring a bunch of pixies to help her scout.
So kind of like giving her an army of pixies to help
Yes.
with the scouting?
Yes.
All right. That sounds great. So that is, let's see. So that is going to be a change the game.
Okay.
All right. So now what power tags do you think would apply
sorry.
to that?
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Ignore that.
Here. Conjure fantastical creatures and knowledge of the Arcana.
Both of those would definitely apply. So yes. So go ahead and apply those 2 tags and go ahead and give it a roll. Oh my God, you guys have rolled 2 12s tonight. Listen, all right. Oh man, whoever's paying roll 20 over there. All right, so you get to spend. You have 2 points of juice. Okay. And juice, you get to spending 1 point for 1 benefit. You get to add it to. You get to create something. So you're creating a story tag of these magical pixies. That's 1 point of your juice. Then you can kind of start like doing other things. Like so, by default, your effect is going to affect 1 target. Scarlet, temporary, only affects the next relevant action, and is discernible, which means that someone will be able to see it. So it sounds to me like you're creating the story tag, and you're going to make it not discernible. You want to hide the effect.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right, great. And I'm not trying to railroad. I'm just trying to talk through because I know that this is.
No, I understand.
Okay, all right.
It's a learning
If you feel-
experience.
Absolutely. And if anyone feels railroaded at any time, just, get your ticket punched and you'll be fine. So, no, just let me know and I'll adapt. So that's going to be a temporary tag for Scarlet for your investigation. Just add 1 to your roll. Don't bother in roll 20, like adding it like as a little card. Just in the little window, you can actually hit like the random like add and subtract at the top of the card. Do you know what I'm talking about, Mallory?
With
Talking
a
to me?
take action,
Yes,
it's plus and minus, right?
Yeah,
So you would
yeah.
do
The
that.
taking action, you would like just add a plus 1.
Plus 1. All right.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Okay.
Just because there's no sense in adding the tag and subtracting it because the character sheet is kind of wonky.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll to investigate, but what tags do you think apply? Now, I will remind you that you can also use the Dabblers in the Mist, too.
Yes.
So
Is there a limit to how many tags I can do? As long as I can justify it, right?
as long as you can justify it.
Okay.
So this is a baffle them with bullshit sort of situation.
Okay. So
Kind of
I
game.
take my jacket and I spit up and I flip my hood up. And because I've been chosen by the hood, I always find my prey. And due to being a wallflower, I am studious and also observant, seeing as I am looking for somebody specific. Let's see.
I don't think that studious would really work here.
Studious,
'Cause
okay.
That's geared a little bit. I mean, it would work for some investigations, like but not actually moving about and doing that. I don't think it applies here.
Okay. Well, I am also a high school girl. I may be a bit out of place, but I know how to hide myself well since I am a wallflower. So I do have anonymity. Would that apply here at all? So that people do not notice me while I am moving?
While you're walking around the docks, I'll give that to you. I think that sounds
Okay.
good.
Since Lily is helping me, we do have a bit of an empathetic connection for the Dabblers in the Mist. So would that apply?
No, because she's
No?
she's giving me the
Okay.
benefit of the fairies, and I don't think the empathic connection would work for this.
Okay.
I appreciate you pushing, but
Yes. I have two more that I want to try and see what you
oh
think.
sure, yes.
Again, I am a harmless little girl. Who would take me serious as being a threat in these docks? This is
That sounds
from my
good.
innocuous threat.
Yes.
And I could also look in hiding.
So Lurkin hiding and the anonymity and the harmless little girl seem to be at odds because like you're
Okay.
trying to like it seems like you're either going to be trying to sneak around while you're finding out or you're trying to remain anonymous looking like a harmless little girl. You know what though, you could probably sneak and then walk and sneak and walk, so yes, Lurkin
Totally up to
hiding
you. I'm at a
sounds good.
5 at this point, so
Yeah, go ahead, that sounds
all right.
fine.
Lurk in hiding. All right. Then I'm gonna roll and investigate.
Go ahead.
Woo!
That is. You guys are ruining all of my fun. I mean, come on.
You haven't got to me yet.
This is true. This is true. Job will help me out. Good old hermano. All right, so you get to ask questions. You get 6 questions. I don't know that I'm going to have 6 answers.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead. That's all right.
This is a question for you, Randy.
Yes.
Not in the investigate because I can't. What's the guy's name again that we're looking? Stanislaw.
Stanislaw the Vile. Yes.
All right. Where is Stanislaw the Vile located? On the docks.
You find him in the docks. There's a warehouse.
Okay. How many bodyguards or guards are there for the warehouse?
That is an excellent question. I'm going to say... I get to make it up. I'm going to say that there are 2.
Okay. Besides the guards, how well fortified and protected does the warehouse look?
It looks quite well fortified and protected. The warehouse itself, it is not a rundown warehouse as everyone would expect. What it is it is a high security warehouse, and so like it has key cards to get in. And as you're kind of meandering around, you manage to like look inside of a window before like a curtain gets drawn, and you see that there are the 2 guards and Stanislaw the Vile. So yeah, so it's going to be tough to get in.
Okay. What kind of goods are in this warehouse? Anything? My main question is if it's anything like volatile, like barrels of acid, or things that can be combustible.
That's an excellent question, and I'm going to ask one of the players to say what else is stored in this warehouse. Who's got a good idea for what else is stored in this warehouse? It does not have to be vials of acid. It just has to be something valuable to justify being in this place.
Guns.
Sounds good. It is a warehouse that is used by Smith & Wesson and Remington to store firearms before they are shipped off to other ports. So, like, this is part of the distribution channel. The firearms are not illegal, but they are under tight controls.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're in this warehouse. I like that. That was good. You have 2 questions remaining.
I do. Can I ask my fellow players for ideas if they have any? Or is it just me? Okay, does anybody have any ideas?
No, you guys, no, if somebody's got an idea, I'm not
Yes,
gonna say no.
you can also bank them for later. They won't always come up, but that is something you can do, and you can just like write it down. One of where like the story tags are, you can change it to clues, and like note
Okay.
how.
There we go.
Okay.
Hold on to your blues clues and use them as you need them.
Yeah, I will
Thank you
hold
for
on to
laughing.
my blues clues.
Excellent. All right, so Scarlet returns after doing some reconnaissance.
You don't even see me come back. I just step out of the shadows.
Oh,
Okay,
As
lots
you
of
come-
information.
The pixies like disappear.
I relay back everything that I learned.
Okay.
See, Job, I told you, I got you the best of the best. Ain't no better than these right here.
Boy, I always gotta try to sell me.
It's my job.
So what are we trying to do exactly?
We're trying to take down Stanislaw from hurting anyone in this community. Or corrupting any more than he has already.
Out of character really quick. We didn't find out what the big shipment actually was, though, right?
That is correct. You did not find out what the big shipment was.
Okay.
Can I ask what that is? Because I thought the guns were the big shipment.
Sure, you can certainly do that. Go ahead and blow one of your Blue's Clues. The answer to that question is when I saw the two guards in Stanislaw go into the warehouse, you saw that they had a trolley, like a cart. That's the word. Like a cart that had a bunch of waters on it, and a bunch of bags of fast food as well. Way more than the three of them would definitely eat.
Okay.
And so you got a feeling that there are a lot of people.
Bottles of water and
Yes, and lots of weapons. Yes. Yeah.
So probably some form of human trafficking.
That would be yes. That
Okay.
would be the yes.
I think he has people in there, so we probably need to be a bit careful when we go inside so that we don't hurt anybody. There are lots of guns too, so I don't know anybody's specialty, but if it's fire, then maybe be a little careful.
Okay.
I guess a quick rundown. So what are you good at, Job? What's kind of your specialty?
Talking to people. Getting in trouble with my fists. Not dying.
Pretty good trait, so we'll put you in front.
I actually know what my last question is. Did I see any weak points of entry?
Good question.
No, you did not.
All right.
The building is quite secure.
Denied.
You said
Not denied. You just have to think a little bit.
You said
No,
there's
it's fine.
a key card to get in, basically.
Yes.
To the doors.
Yes.
Let's go grab a key card.
Or, Talok, right?
Yeah.
I think I do know a bit about you. You can do lightning and stuff?
I can.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you do that, you could probably overload the circuits in the for the security and stuff, and flip some breakers. That might disable it, but they could have a backup generator. I don't know about that. But Job, if you're good at talking to people, then you could be a distraction because there's only 2 guards. So while you're doing that, Talek can blow some
Just to
stuff
be clear,
up.
the two guards with Stanislaw, all 3 of them are inside of the warehouse.
Oh, they're all inside now?
Yeah, they're all inside. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Sorry, I
mean
did
somebody
not-
can't
Yeah.
knock and try to get in.
Well, this is true.
I can probably get inside, and they could try to open the door from the inside.
How would you do that?
I can turn into water.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. Not too bad.
Cool.
So, do we want to go with that plan?
Yeah,
Or we
look
could
on
just
the fly, man. Look it away.
We could also just break down the door. I think we should probably just try to open it from the inside first.
Okay.
That'll be the second plan. We'll let Han go to town on the door if this doesn't work. If it's a waterproof My only weakness is weather-resistant ceiling.
I think it'll be okay.
Okay. How many? Is there just like one big door, like a main door, or are there a couple like ways we could go in?
Well, there's the main entrance for like people, and then there's like a larger like garage door for accepting like large trucks. So there's a couple of bays for that. Generally, if you're trying to get in via water, is that correct?
Yep.
So you are down at the docks, so you presume there's going to be kind of some way to do that. This is going to be dangerous, though. So this is going to be so here's the question. Sounds like you're trying to sneak around because you don't want to get caught as the move. So what tags are you applying to that?
Turn myself into water and flow through narrow spaces.
Well, those two sound like they make a whole lot of sense. So go ahead and add those and give us a roll.
And you said that it's going to be a sneak around?
I think it's a sneak around. Like, because you're trying not to be found out.
Okay, would Shadow and Observe work there as well?
Shadow and Observe. I think yes. Because it's sneaking around. I think that's good.
Cool, and a sneak around.
And go ahead and roll your 10 plus like you guys have been doing. There's a 10.
It's going down though, sooner or later.
It is. At some point. So 10 is a success because this is powered by the apocalypse. So 10 plus is always a success. You get in without being discovered. So Talok, you managed to get through the septic system into this building. Well, I'm going to say septic because you're trying to get in through the water of the docks as opposed to other routes. And you kind of come up in a restroom and you're kind of you're dripping wet. You're just completely soaked. And you're just standing on top of this toilet kind of dripping. No one else is in the restroom at all. So you are trying to get back to the front door. Well, your sneak around is to get to the front door and open it, right?
Yes.
So you've managed to go unnoticed, sneaking around. I'm going to... just looking to see if there's anything that I can do. So I'm going to complicate things for you. I'm going to use a soft MC move. The front door, you manage to go down some hallways. You hear some voices around the corner where the door is. So you haven't seen the door to let people in, but you hear voices. So it's pretty obvious that a couple of people are between you and the door.
Okay. Let's see. So you said a couple of voices basically between me and the door.
Yes. So your guess, based on what Scarlet told you, is that these would probably be the two guards. So.
Okay.
So yes. So what do you want to do?
I will. Let's see. I want to try to cause a distraction basically away from the door. Get them away from that area so I can perhaps open it. Let's see. I don't know, is there just is there a fire alarm or a sprinkler system I could set off?
Oh, of course. Yeah. This stuff that is picked here is valuable things. So there are all sorts of alarms and fire suppression systems and things of that nature.
Okay. Then that's what I want to do. Basically, I want to make a commotion elsewhere. So I'll, set alarms going off maybe.
All right, so you're gonna pull the fire alarm for this, trying to create a distraction. I am going to say that this is going to be a face danger because if
Okay.
you fail, this is not going to go well for you. But if you're successful, then you'll manage to distract them and then get to the door and get it open. What tags do you think apply?
It's because it's fun. Let me try to, instead of just, doing the boring, pull it, maybe I'll try to, zap it. A little lightning bolt action going on to set, something going haywire.
All right, sounds good. That sounds like thunderbolt manipulation.
Yeah, we'll do thunderbolt manipulation and, let's see. We'll do call upon the storm to kind of like draw my power in.
No, you're not really calling on a storm. You're just
Okay.
doing a zap to it. I don't think that, like, calling upon a storm, I'm imagining, is more dramatic and larger.
Okay. Let's see. And then we'll do the Shadow Reserve just because I'm trying to keep things a little quieter then. Just so I can try not to make that big of a commotion until
All
it
right.
starts going off.
Sounds good.
And
All
then
right, go ahead and roll.
because
All right.
I'm indoors, I would add the weakness tag, right?
Yes, indoor spaces.
Okay. Well, we'll try to get you that fail you're looking for. Okay, this is face danger, you said?
Yes, because if this fails, you are going to get caught, and they're not going to like it.
Okay.
That is mixed success.
Okay.
So let's see. It says you take the status, but with -1 tier. I am going to say that you're going to successfully distract them. So the fire suppression system starts. Everybody gets soaked with the water from the fire suppression system. You are already soaking wet. And they kind of run off to investigate. As they're going down one hallway, you're coming around the corner, and you manage to kind of like press the bar on the door to open it up. And everybody else is standing out there. As you do that, you're kind of like, come on, guys, they don't know we're here. And everybody else sees behind you as the other two guards have stopped their running in the hallway, turned around, and are pointing firearms directly at you. So you were successful, but now there's some danger.
Okay.
So yes. So for initiative, okay. City of Men doesn't have an initiative system. It's a storytelling game. I like initiative because it makes sure that people who aren't loud like me continue to get turns. Because whenever there's no initiative system, I generally am very loud and I get a lot of turns. What I would like is for us to do what's kind of called round robin initiative, popcorn initiative. I'm going to let I will let Lily Chow go first, and then
Okay.
Lily will get to choose who goes next. And then as long as everybody's had a turn, then we can choose to go around again. Now, bear in mind, I don't get a turn. My turns are responses to your roles and what you choose to do.
Mhm.
Okay, so
All
it's
right.
just we're just basically saying player character goes next, player character goes next, and then
Yep.
you're just responding to it. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
There's no guard.
I never get a turn.
Okay.
Like a turn, so to speak, which is a shame because I want to roll dice. But, I picked the wrong game for that.
Yeah. No.
so
no dice
Lily-
for you.
No, for me. Dice Nazi. So Lily, you see behind
Okay.
Talok, who is super proud of himself for managing to sneak past the guards. Two guards behind him, and they're beginning to level their pistols in the direction of Talok. What
Okay.
do you and Hans want to do?
I'm going to have Hans envelop me so that I have his protection, and I am going to push Talak out of the way so that if they do shoot, it's okay. They're not going to hurt him, and they can't hurt me. So
That sounds good. That's like you're trying to get Talok out of safety, and it sounds like a face danger because
Okay.
you're trying to like make sure that Talok doesn't get shot because Hans can maybe absorb that. So
Okay.
that will be a face danger roll. Now the
So,
question is what tags. So encase Lily in protective energy
oh, my card went away.
works.
Card
Oh
was
no.
here.
Well, I tell you what. You can
where'd it
fix
go?
that after.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
Oh, you got it. Okay, great.
Indestructible energy body.
That's another one that would apply.
Encase Lily in protection.
Yep, those two both apply. I think
And
that,
that's pretty much it.
yep. Now you can do that. You can also do. Nope, that's it. Those two.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll face danger.
Face danger.
Yes. Damn it. All right. No, I'm glad you guys are rolling well. I mean, I'm biggest fan. So, all right. So, Lily, you are masterful at this. So describe to me how you and Hans managed to get Talok out of the way of this problem.
I grab him and I'm like, get out of the way, you idiot. And I throw him behind me and I'm just standing there with Hans. Look at the guy. I was like, what the fuck you gonna do?
All right. They pretty much kind of like pull their triggers on their guns. Like the bullets ricochet off of Iron Hans as he has enveloped you. Like his energy enveloped you. And like, great. All right. Lily, who goes after you?
I am going to let Scarlet go after me because she seems like she'd be quick.
Yes, perfect. I would love to go next. I have a question for you because I don't know. I want to try. I want to sneak up and hit them, but I don't know if I have to sneak around first and then hit them with all I've got.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. So you could kind of like jump out from behind Han as part of that like surprise attack because it sounds like
Okay.
you want to try and use the surprise attack. And I'm
Yes.
good with that because Iron Hans like fills the space pretty well.
Mhm.
So I'm good with you adding surprise attack. This would be one of two moves. It's either hit with all you've got or go toe to toe, depending on what you're trying to do.
Okay. Well, I want to try to take
So-
them out. So I would imagine. I think that's it with all you've got, right? Okay.
Yes.
Because, you know, the Hood does not like. The Hood is a deadly hunter, so we're just gonna go with that. So I'm obviously trying to go with surprise attack. I'm also going to conjure my hunting weapon.
All right.
And right now the guard is my prey, so I always find my prey.
No, that would be like
No?
more about
Okay.
finding your prey.
Yeah. I understand.
All right.
I'm just checking the rest of my text, see if anything else works. Don't think so. Yeah, that's just gonna be the two, I think.
All right.
Unless I can BS divine intervention. But I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and hit with all you've got.
Alright.
Wow, that is. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong
Yeah,
one.
no, that wasn't me yet. I haven't done it. I didn't do it
Yeah.
yet.
Okay. I was just like a 13 again.
No.
A 9. All right. So you have you give the target an appropriate status of your choice with tier equal to power. So that's I'm assuming that like hitting with your axe, you want to give them like slashed 2.
Excuse me, I conjure a scythe.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That just
Slashed
seems-
2.
Yes.
All right. Well, an axe is more appropriate for the Little Red Riding Hood story. That's why I thought about it.
Is it that? Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, it says hunting weapon, so I get it's just whatever's
Yeah.
appropriate for the situation. Ooh, since I imagine that they have guns, so they're a bit far away, my hunting weapon in this case could be daggers or a bow. So, how about I conjure some shadowy daggers and I just basically open up my hood and they come flying out to him. So we'll go with stab.
All right, stabbed 2 is what they get now. Choose one. You can take cover or secure a superior position so they can't hit you back. You get them good, or you get many of them, so you've only one of them. Or there's no collateral damage, or there's loads of collateral damage, or you hold the target's attention if possible.
I'm going to take cover.
You're going to take cover so that they can't hit you back.
Correct.
All right, that is an excellent choice. As you dive behind Hans, your cell phone beeps with some text messages from Jill, your girlfriend. The text messages say, have you seen... Hold on, let me look up the name. Have you seen Emily lately? Her mother has been contacting everybody saying that she hasn't been home for a couple of days, so if you've seen her, please, text me back, let me know so that we can see what's going on there. So who goes after you?
I'll shoot her back a couple. I'll just shoot her back. Busy right now. Heart, and I'll say that Job can go next.
All right, and she texts you back a middle finger emoji, then a heart.
All right, so I walk in. What do I see?
There's one guard now. Sorry, the guard that you stabbed with the daggers goes down.
Oh, okay.
There's another guard he's got a pistol in one hand and he's starting to reach for a walkie-talkie with the other one.
Oh no.
Between you and them is Iron Hans, who is engulfing Lily. But of course you can get by, without a problem. They're not like blocking, but there is this giant hulking thing filling up most of the hallway.
I'm gonna go.
What would you like to do, Job?
Go toe to. I'm gonna go up and try to punch the guy before he gets the walkie-talkie or get it out of his hands.
Okay, that sounds like going toe to toe because that's toe to toe is a struggle for control.
Okay.
You want to make sure that he doesn't get the walkie-talkie, so that's great. What tags do you think apply to this?
Well, nothing left to lose. Punch out their lights.
All right, those two work.
I
would argue a righteous man.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Because if they're doing human trafficking, that's what you think. I think that would apply.
Okay, I'll do those 3.
All right, go ahead and make your roll. 10. All right. You manage to, you can pick 2 of these.
Okay.
So you can manage to achieve your goal. You can get them good, or you can block, dodge, or counter their best attempt.
Can choose 2.
Yes.
I'm going to take their walkie-talkie, and I'm going to get them good.
All right. So that's going to be a 3-point. How do you get them good?
After I grab his walkie-talkie, he looks at me, and I kind of shrug, and then I give him a right hook across the face.
Excellent. All right. So that guard is knocked out, as opposed to the other one that is confetti. So you now have the walkie-talkie in your hand. However, you did not block, dodge, or counter the best attempt.
Okay.
So he is, before he goes down...
That's fine.
He is actually going to... Yeah, he is going to manage to punch you first. And that is going to give you an injured 2 status.
Okay.
So add that to the little cards at the bottom of your character sheet. That will probably negatively impact most of what you do for the rest of...
That's fine.
Until we get rid of it. Okay.
Do you want to create a tag for it, or...
Well, he doesn't no attack roll.
Okay.
That's part of the give and take of the system.
Right.
With go toe to toe, if you had picked block, dodge, counter, then I wouldn't, in this instance, wouldn't have done you any harm. But they wouldn't have been knocked out. You can change your mind because we're learning the game.
No, that's okay. If you'd like to.
I just should have chose endure any punishment probably too.
I just should have chose endure any punishment, probably, too.
All right. So, great. So you guys have taken care of the guards. You're in there. Talak had gotten you in. You guys took care of the guard. Everybody is safe. Although Job's been punched pretty good. What would you guys like to do at this point? Like, obviously they know someone's here because the fire suppression system is activated and going off. So like everyone who's inside is soaking wet. Which Talak is always soaking wet, but everybody else is now so wet.
Just my state of being.
This sucks. My makeup is running all over my face. That's so good.
I don't know. I think it looks nice like that.
Thank you.
It makes you look more menacing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think it's appropriate for right now.
Yeah. I'll show tell him to like kiss my ass and stuff.
What do we find on the bodies if we do a quick search on them really quick?
Well, so here's the question. Do you want to take the time to search the bodies, or do you want to try and get to whatever is going on before they activate anything else? Because, like I said, the fire suppression system is on.
That's true. I'm good with just barreling down.
Me too.
I have a question. Like an
Yes.
out of character question. How does healing work in this game?
That's an excellent question. That involves downtime to overcome statuses.
Okay.
So we're going to have downtime after this particular scene because
Okay.
we're going to stop for a bio break and for a giveaway for City of Mist.
Okay.
Probably here in the next 20 minutes or so. We'll see how the rest of the scene
Okay.
goes.
Just as a quick, if you have like a healing power, say you have like Wolverine's regeneration, then you could make a change the game roll, and then you could potentially heal a status equal to the juice. So say you had like rapid regeneration and
Yeah.
tough as nails or something maybe, then you'd get juice 2 and you could heal a status by 2, or you could heal like a status that was 2 and just like get rid of it.
Okay.
So there's some like quicker healing that you can sometimes do.
Okay.
Yeah, and technically, I think that that Lily, because she is a sorcerer supreme.
Yeah. She can conjure
Um,
something, but I was trying to figure out if that's how it would work. If like she could heal people with that. Like if she could like
Well, I mean, knowledge of the arcane arts, I would say, like, could add to it, but you're not like really good at it. Like that's the only
Okay.
power tag that's really here that would apply to that. But it would allow you to do at least like heal one of a thing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
looks like the chat really wants you guys to loot the bodies, but if you do, the bad guys might get away. Like
Oh,
that's
no.
not.
We're not the bad guys get away.
No, we
Or
can't.
at least
Yeah.
Scarlet for sure is not. So
Oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute. I mean, the good guys get away. You guys are the bad guys. You are breaking and entering.
we are breaking,
Wow.
but they are dealing in human trafficking. So you win some, you lose some.
This is true.
You gotta live
This
on
is
the
true.
edge sometimes.
To be
All right,
greedy,
you guys.
could I loot the bodies and then catch up with them with travel between bodies of water, because it's now soaking wet in this warehouse?
I wouldn't say that there are really bodies of water because of the fire suppression system. Like, I mean, there are puddles, which I would not consider bodies of water. Like, I think a toilet is really stretching bodies of water, but it's really funny to let you travel between toilets. So, so yes, you could stay behind and loot bodies while everybody else kind of ran ahead. That's fine. In fact, that sounds like a good use of. You've got a weakness tag for that, don't you? You are a small fish in a big pond, so maybe they've got clues as to like people who you could connect with. So yes, that sounds good. You hang out in the back. Everybody else rushes forward, leaving behind the unconscious guard and the confetti guard. So you guys continue rushing by. There, you are able to get into like the main warehouse area, and the main warehouse area has all sorts of the long metal kind of crates that you like shipping containers, and there are a lot of them there. You do see that there are like 2 shipping containers that have the doors open, and a bunch of people have come out of the shipping containers, and they're kind of all sitting on the floor, like eating the McDonald's and drinking the water that was brought for them. Who comes through first?
Me.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Alright.
probably Joe.
Yeah, we could come by. I would. I'm moving the rate of Hans. He's a giant. He's big, so he may be slow.
All right. Let's see. All right. As you come through the area, you kind of like come like distracted by seeing like all of the victims of this human trafficking, and a crowbar is swung for your head. I'm going to need you to face danger
Okay.
for me. So you were trying to avoid an incoming hit.
Okay. Well, I can endure any punishment, but you can't take my life.
Yep.
Where's the other card? One second. Nothing left to lose, or devil may care.
No, I don't think either of those would
Okay.
apply to trying to dodge that. But it's still 2 tags, which is
Okay.
good.
Divine intervention.
Divine intervention.
You know what? I would actually say divine intervention
Okay.
is good at this one, given that you're a religious man
Mhm.
and stop human traffickers.
Sure.
I'm good with adding that for you. So go ahead and did you roll a 9 for that?
Yes, I did.
All right. So you take the status, but with -1 tier.
Okay.
So Job, you are going to take injured 1 instead of injured 2.
Okay.
So now, do you already
I have 2.
You have a status. So that 2, I'm just looking at your sheet. That 2 status, which what did we say that was? You were punched.
Yes.
So let's just go ahead. We're just going to call that concussion.
Okay.
I've changed it on your sheet, and so that was a status 1 injury.
Okay.
Now you're at status 2 for concussion. Whenever you take damage that is less than your current one, there's like the slow progression up. So the first tick to the left of 3 gets checked.
Okay.
And so it's not at 3 yet, but it's kind of like if he hits you for a status 1 again, you will be at 3
Okay.
for being hit for this. So I've updated your character sheet on it.
That's okay. I'm a magnet for misfortune.
There you go. So yes, and standing there is Stanislaw, this very like giant man. He kind of he looks like Dave Bautista. I'm probably mispronouncing his last name, but like from Guardians of the Galaxy, except uglier. Like his face, his nose has been broken a bunch of times. Like he's got like some random scars, not fun, cool ones that make him a Bond villain, but like the kind of scars that like, you know, it's like, ooh, I don't want to mess with this guy. But you have to mess with this guy because this is the situation.
Right.
So Job, you've come in, you kind of mostly ducked the crowbar. I'm going to let you go now, and then after your turn, you'll get to pick who goes next.
Sure. I'm still standing, correct?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you're still standing. Like you've like you've been hit a couple of times. Like you were punched, you got hit by a crowbar a little bit. So that -2 is going to impact what you do.
Okay.
But you're still able to do things and take actions.
All right. I'm gonna put that minus there. I am going to again try to take a swing and maybe get that crowbar away or something.
All right. So that sounds like go toe to toe because you're trying to change circumstances. What's going on? So Draxislav. Oh, thank you, chat room. That's amazing. All right. So what tags are you using to try and get sole control of this?
Nothing left to lose. Punch out the lights.
Yeah, that one will definitely apply here. Yes.
Let's see. We're not having a heart-to-heart.
No.
Still righteous man. I mean, this is the guy I'm after.
Yeah. I'm good with that. No divine intervention.
No. Maybe endure any punishment.
Yes, because maybe he's whacking you with the crowbar while you're trying to get
Okay.
it out of his hands.
All right. We'll go with those 4.
All right, sounds good.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no, that's
And-
too bad.
Yeah,
No.
that's all right.
Let's see. Yes. You are going to. What am I going to do? I'm going to cause you to. I'm going to cause you to burn a tag. Is what I'm
Okay.
actually going to do. Endure any punishment. Basically, as you're trying to get the crowbar from him, he manages to. He's just like, "You want this crowbar? I'll give it to you." And he starts wailing on you with the crowbar until you're basically like just kind of like curled into the fetal position on the ground from this crowbar. You're still alive. You're not taking any extra damage in a mechanical sense, but you have been like severely beaten. So click the little flame icon next to endure any punishment. It is burnt, and you won't be able to use it until we get some downtime to try and replenish that. So he literally pushes you.
I now know what Jason Todd feels like.
There you go. All right, now you get to pick who goes next.
Taylok.
Stay back. I don't know if he's losing
Okay, well,
bodies.
if he's still not caught up yet, we'll go with Scarlet.
Oh yeah, I mean, we can do his scene.
Okay.
But he's just separate.
Okay.
So I'm looting the bodies.
So yes, you are definitely looting the bodies. Since you're taking time to do this, I'm going to tell you that you find a lot of stuff. You get some cash, some of those unmarked Visa cards that you can get at grocery stores. There's a couple of burners, cell phones, like all stuff that you can use in your day to day. You also find out that the people were waiting. Like there's a little scrap of paper. Like one of them was apparently a note taker, and so like in their wallet you find a bunch of notes, basically like the district attorney would love because it's meet so and so at place, date, time. And you find one of them, which is that tomorrow night the shipment was ordered, and it's for a Victor Chang. So there's no role involved with that because there's no danger. There's not a point in doing investigate because like you only roll if there's something interesting you fail.
Yeah.
But you find that information out. So
Okay.
you've managed to snag yourself another lead as well, bonus stuff. So
Sounds good.
Telok, excellent. And then I assume you kind of like take off to rejoin everybody else.
Yep.
Excellent. Who goes next?
Let's see. Do Scarlet.
Okay. Well, while Stanislaw is distracted with Job, I'm going to try to come from behind and hit him with my axe. So I'm gonna hit him with all you've got again.
All right. You can hit him with all you've got. You do not get the was it the sneak one? The
No
surprise attack.
Okay.
Surprise attack. He knew something was up. He knew you guys were coming down the hallway when we attacked Job. He's too alert for surprise attack to do its trick. So what other ones do you want? Conjure hunting weapon.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I always find my prey.
No, because again, that's like finding prey, not necessarily taking prey out. Harmless little girl could apply because, like, you look like a harmless little girl to him. He didn't see what you did to Confetti Thug.
Okay. Oh, also, that's right. I did want to argue for this. I did just get a text from Jill, and that was
Yes.
a confidence boost.
Oh, yes. That's great. I
Because
love tying that in.
Because young love. So,
Yes.
all right. So let's
All right.
go
for it.
Yay!
All right, choose two.
I'm gonna get them good. Add a +1 to the tier.
All right, that'll make it a 4-point.
We're gonna call this status a gaping wound.
All right,
Max.
that's good.
Basically, as I come around, right on his back, and then I'm going to take cover.
All right. Sounds good to me. All right. Stanislaw basically like drops the crowbar, falls down to his knees, and then falls right across the fetal position Job. Blood just pouring out of the axe wound.
Oh, that was easier than I thought it would be.
Loosened them for you.
Excellent. So, the refugees, they are they're kind of watching what's going on. Very like they're not impressed. Like they don't know who you are or what you're going to do. So they just assume that you're someone come to replace whatever Stanislaw is.
I'm going
They're
to.
just kind of eating their food. Yes,
Okay,
Lily.
I'm going to walk up to them at Hans, and I'm going to try and do a convince roll. And it's going to be good advice, but I'm going to be very indignant about it. I'm going to say, what are you all fucking waiting for? Get the fuck out of here, you fuckers!
All right. So you're the face of the party.
I guess.
A-face.
It's not really guided.
A-face.
A-faced.
Yeah.
So what tags are we going to be applying to? Are you trying to scare them out?
Yeah,
Or
it's
talk them.
advice. I'm trying
Oh, yeah.
to convince them to leave, but, like,
It sounds like
In a
you're trying to
pissed-off
scare
way.
them out.
sure,
Um,
what would that be?
I think indignant from Runaway
Yes.
Punk is our tag
Yeah.
that would definitely do
It
it.
is good advice. It may
It
be rough,
is.
but
It
it's
is good.
advice.
Is literally good advice. So yes, that one, and then your magic ones. I don't think
Yeah, probably.
apply. So yeah. So there's 2 power tags for you, and go ahead and make that roll for convince.
9.
All right. So they are going to, with the convince, they're going to be convinced that they can leave. They're really suspicious and don't believe you. But you basically kind of like shunt them out the front door. They kind of go. They've got their like McDonald's bags, and they're just kind of out in the dock area, and they start walking in different directions. So they have left, but they don't seem to know where to go. So
I'm going to call after them. You're welcome, assholes!
Do I recognize any of them before they leave? As Emily?
you do not. No,
All right.
no.
What time is it now? Roughly.
It took you a while to scope things out. I would say like it's probably like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Okay.
Oh, so late.
And have I caught back up yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
While Lily and Hans are kind of shooing them out politely, catch up with everybody else.
Okay. As some of them, the stragglers are making their way out, I pull out a Ziploc bag and open it and hand out some business cards, saying that if you need, counseling, apartment finding, any help, just give this number a call, and I'll hand out some business cards to these
Meanwhile,
traffic people.
All right.
okay.
They
Meanwhile, I'm gonna
they
look-
politely accept. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry, no, it's okay. I'm sorry. Meanwhile, Lily is going to look through any bags and go through left and find some french fries.
Oh yeah, you can find some French fries.
She's going to find some food thing.
I'm gonna help Job off the ground. I'm gonna, with the help of my hood, I'm gonna push the other body off of him and help Job up. Hey, are you okay? You don't really look that good.
I've been better.
Okay.
I think you're supposed to hit him with the crowbar, Joe.
Oh, it hurts to
Hey,
laugh.
says the guy who stayed behind to like just look at some dead and or knocked out people. So, listen, it's really late. I like really need to go home and finish my homework and maybe get a little bit of sleep before tomorrow. Cause I don't know about you guys, but I'm still in school, so I got classes.
I dropped
So
out of that shit.
yeah, I'm gonna go now
That's fine.
before it gets a little bit later.
Quick question out of character. The note I found,
Yes.
is this a separate shipment, or is this like the shipment we found was supposed
That's
to be for?
what you just found right here. The refugees were supposed to
Okay.
be delivered to Victor Chang.
Okay.
Or be received by Victor Chang.
Yeah. Before everyone heads out, I did find this out, and I'll hand the notes and stuff over to Job. Seems like some Victor Chang is who all this was for.
Okay. Let's
Who
get
wants to
everybody
go
back
and
so
punch-
Scarlet can go home.
Yeah.
Well, what do we do with this big fella?
It's a good
I
question.
point to Stanislav.
Stanislav the dead.
Well,
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
then we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Put on some
Yeah,
gloves before I start looking at going through his stuff, I guess.
Yeah, sorry.
Well-
I didn't think that I'd hit that hard. I didn't think I'd actually kill him. But I mean, he was a really bad guy. So if you need my help, just text me tomorrow after like 4 and I'll be there,
Okay.
okay?
You want to call us call you an Uber, drop you off in the van?
I'm
By
fine
Jesus.
with anything. Just, if you do drop me off, just like a block away so that I can sneak back in.
That's fine. I throw Lily Chow the keys. I can't drive in this condition.
Okay. I'll figure it out.
Maybe I should take an Uber. I just take out my phone and I call
On
him
that
left.
note, I think now's a good time to take a break.
Sure,
And,
we'll go ahead.
So Rob,
Mhm.
how do you want to do this? Do you want to you wanted to do a contest?
Yes, we're gonna have a keyword in chat, and I'll leave it open for the entire break, and then we'll choose a winner when we get back. Won't take long. So we'll look for the MooBot announcements. Subscribers get 3 chances, 3 times the likelihood to be drawn. Just FYI. And I'll go ahead and create this and make the announcement now. Here is your keyword. And just type that in to chat.
I was hoping that was going to be Ride Jesus.
Oh, no, I just did Stanislav.
Crowbar. Excellent.
We'll go ahead and take a break, and you guys get those entries in, and we'll announce the winner after we get back.
See you soon.
All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and select the winner for the first giveaway. Congratulations, NATO333.
Yay!
I'll be
Congratulations.
giving you the code in our Discord since you're part of our community. So look for that later tonight. Now, back to the game.
Excellent. All right, so you guys have had a night to kind of lick your wounds and make an attempt to make yourself better. Let's see. So that concussion that you took, Job, I'm going to reduce it down to 1.
Okay.
I'm trying. I guess we're both trying to edit it at the same time. There we go. It's a 1. We're just going to call this a headache,
Okay.
if I can type that correctly. So that way it's not going to impact everything that you do, but it will still be there. So you do have a 1-tier headache. Usually with City of Mist, there's a move called downtime where you can like do some things. For the sake of the fact that this is a one shot, I'm just gonna like wave my hands and magic it away.
Okay.
So and just move on. Excellent. Yes, chat room. It is not a tumor. So you guys have actually. Let's go to Scarlet, who's at school.
I am at school.
You are. So Jill comes up to you like in between classes, and she's like, "Oh my God, Red, listen, do you know where Emily's been? She hasn't been in school for the last couple of days, and I thought that she was sick, but her mother has been like sending out all sorts of messages on the old people's social media."
So like on Facebook and stuff?
Yeah, Facebook.
Oh, and it's so old. I don't know why people even use that anymore. It's not even
I-
safe.
I've been Snapchatting people to make sure that they get the word out because, I mean, she's old.
You know, I keep telling you shouldn't use Snapchat anymore. Instagram stories is where it's at, Jill.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose. But I do have my 2 Instagram accounts. Sometimes it's hard to keep track. You know, like my public Instagram account and then like my meme Instagram account and then like my Instagram account. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But, quick question. Does Jill know about me in the hood?
You tell me.
I think yes, because that's how
All right.
I saved her when she was kidnapped. So
Sure. Sounds good to me. All right. So, yeah. So you look pretty tired today.
yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah, a little extra foundation will help.
See, I thought I put on enough concealer this morning. All right. So I didn't get home till like 3 this morning because I was out late doing hood business. And then I had to do more homework. I know you don't like it when I do that, but somebody
Put you at
has
risk.
to. Yeah, but the hood protects me. I'm gonna be okay. Alright, so there's this really mean guy that we found, and I took care of him, and they were doing some human trafficking kind of stuff, and maybe Emily got caught up in that. So I expect that I'm gonna get some more texts today from the people that I was working with yesterday, and we should be able to take care of it.
Sure. That sounds good to me. So here's my question to you, Mallory, playing Scarlet. Are you going to investigate what's going on with Emily?
Yes.
All
I
right,
will.
great. So what tags do you think would apply as you are investigating?
Okay. Well, I think I will to the internet, and since I am studious, I'm going to do some researching.
Yep.
I am also observant.
That
So I
sounds
should
good.
be able to pick out some stuff. And because of Jill, I am being empathetic to the situation. She is the one who is powering me on through this.
I'm going to say no to that one.
No?
'Cause
Okay.
Trying to find her being empathetic.
Yeah.
I don't know that, but
Okay.
I always find my prey would actually work here.
Ah, okay.
There
So
you
there
go.
we go. And
All right.
did Jill give me a confidence boost? Did she give me a quick kiss on the cheek in the hallway before I left?
Yes, she will give you a
Alright.
confidence.
Sweet. Baller. Alright, so I'm gonna investigate then. Ooh, terrible. But it's still about success.
Yes. So yes, let's see what is the drawback going to be to that, because you still get your clues. So yes, you are going to so ask me some questions, and maybe from that we'll find out how I'm going to complicate your life. What questions would you like to ask with your blues clues?
How many do I get?
You
Four?
get 4. You get 4. It's equal to power.
Okay. Where was Emily last seen?
So you know that she's been part of a club at school called the Infection Club.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't write this. You also know that she hangs out at the local coffee shop. So yeah, so you know that those are two places that she frequents. That only cost you. That was one question, and those two places are the answer.
Okay, but I asked like where was she seen last? So does that?
Well, there's
that,
no. I mean,
It's not like-
different people saw her last at different
Gotcha,
places.
gotcha. And there's a coffee shop she frequents.
Yes.
Okay.
Questions.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Are there any rumors about Emily? Like, not like, oh, she's such a good girl, but like rumors that she might be involved in something bad or that she does something shady on the side. That's kind of like what I'm going for with the rumors.
No, but you do find out that the Infection Club, a lot of members of the Infection Club have gotten recent blood tests. And that a company called Global Genetics is the one who did the blood tests.
Okay. I'm just writing down.
No problem.
And what was the name of the company that did this?
Global Genetics.
So my question's going to go right off of that. What does Global Genetics do?
Global Genetics, what do they do? What don't they do? Global Genetics, you do some research and find out that there really isn't much to Global Genetics. There's like a brochureware website that says we do science. So there's not a lot of information, but you do know that that Global Genetics has been, doing those blood tests on a lot of students, which seems kind of weird. But like, kind of like offering free blood tests to see, like, like what your levels are, your health and genetics and things of that nature.
I guess my last question is, going off of what Talok said before, is she a sleeper?
Yes, she is a sleeper.
Okay, just wanted to check. So yeah, that'll be it for me. I guess you get to choose something else that like complicates my life, so.
I'm going to say yes. You're going to get swept up into, as you're doing all of this research, you're going to get swept up into Infection Club. You're kind of like asking some questions about Infection Club, and a couple of members who, they kind of look kind of emo, come up to you and they're like, hey, flips his hair back. I heard you were asking about Infection Club. I thought, like, maybe you'd like to join us. We like to hang out at the local coffee shop, the Mill House, and, hang out, talk about shit.
Oh yeah. I'm good. No, I'm fine.
Oh no, you should totally meet us up at the coffee shop later. That's
There's a lot of people in your club. I think I'm good.
No. You've been asking about. I think that to know what's going on. Go ahead and bring up your little Snapchat ghost. I'm going to go ahead and find you on Snapchat.
I don't have Snapchat.
Oh. All right. Basically, the drawback to it is that you do give them like information so that they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
that's fine.
Yeah. So yes. All right. So the day passes. It is time for a school to let out. Everybody else has spent the day. Well, I know Job has spent the day recovering. And just for the sake of keeping things moving along, is it okay if I kind of hand wave and tell and we keep things moving? or is there something you particularly wanted to do?
No, good.
The only thing I would have done is basically, do I know anything about Victor Chang? That name, does it ring a bell at all?
Let's see, Victor Chang. It does not ring any bells off the top of your head. You'd have to do some investigation. And probably a local coffee shop would be the best place to do some of your investigation.
Okay.
Just based on the information that I assume Scarlet has been Scarlet has texted.
Yeah, I'll do call around then and ask if basically if I can figure out who this guy is.
Sure. You managed to find Victor Chang on social media. Basically, a high school student is who you turn up, and he is the president of the Infection Club.
Okay. Not what I was expecting.
No.
Cool. Well, I'll let them know. Do we have plans to like meet up in the evening, or what is our?
I don't think we made plans.
I presume that.
Or did we?
I'm going to say that you guys will get together in the evening to continue what's going on. The question is, where do you want to meet up? Job's Church, coffee shop, another place, Target?
I can text everybody that I'm going to be at the coffee shop to maybe meet me there.
All right.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. You guys go to the Millhouse Cafe, the coffee shop. You guys all meet up there in the coffee shop has like a couple of rooms connected to each other through doorways, so like it's kind of segmented a little bit. You guys get there. Scarlet, you recognize the two kids that you talked to earlier. They're kind of hanging in the back. Everybody else arrives. Iron Hans, I don't think, is going to be coming into the coffee shop. Like,
Yeah.
I assume he's going to kind of fade away.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
He'll come back
So-
when I need him.
Exactly. So, all right. So, what would you guys like to do in the coffee shop?
Get some coffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna get myself a salted caramel macchiato.
All right. Any pastries with that?
Just drinks.
All right. Sounds
I'll
good.
take
We got
a-
some.
Go ahead.
No. You first.
I'll have a coffee black and one of those kick pops.
Good.
All right. Excellent. There you go. Would you like to try some of our fresh vegan soy milk?
No.
That sounds
right.
terrible.
I just kind of pipe up. Isn't that a little redundant? Because soy milk is usually vegan. So
Yeah, we've been told to stress that it's vegan. It's our boss.
okay.
Still sounds terrible.
I guess the soy is, I don't know, friendly? I don't know. So what does everybody else order?
Well, I'm gonna go up to like if they have a jobs listing board or something. Put one of those little flyers up where you can rip off the phone number.
Yes.
Just try to spread my business everywhere I can.
Did you tear a couple of them off so that it looks like people are interested?
Of course.
Yes. Excellent. Lily, what do you do at the coffee shop?
I guess I'll order a caramel macchiato and I'll post that someplace.
All right, you guys all sit around a table and enjoy your various pastries and drinks. I hope everyone's enjoyed tonight's game of City of Mist.
I'm just gonna end there and
The
drink our
end.
fantasy coffee.
Yeah.
There
Also,
we
I am
go.
going to very pointedly not sit with them because it would
Yeah.
be weird for me to sit with a bunch of adults.
I'm not an adult.
That's true.
I think I'm the only. No, am I the only adult? Are you an adult, Talog?
I think he's like mid-20s probably.
I sit in the chair with my back directly to Scarlett's back.
That's fine.
All right.
So I'll just sit there and do my. I'll drink my coffee, do some homework. Yeah, I was gonna say drink my homework and do my.
Sounds like a good deal.
Nope,
There we
nope.
go.
Yep.
All right. All right. So you notice a couple more high school students come in. They order, like a bunch of fruit drinks, some K-pops. They go back in the back. They talk to the two other emo kids, and then they all kind of like get up and leave through like the back entrance of the coffee shop. It's not the back door, like the private door that like employees take. It's just like another exit that exits out onto like a different road.
I'm gonna shoot Lily a quick text because I don't think I have anybody else's numbers. Go follow. They invited me to their weird club.
I'll follow him. I can
Yeah.
follow him.
Just yeah. So I'm just gonna take the lead, I guess. So I'll get up, down my coffee, put my books back in my bag, and try to introduce myself and say, hey, I've been asked to join your club.
Yeah, we're really glad that you to come. He flips his hair back again out of his eyes. He's like, yeah, like come and join us. We're gonna introduce these folks to Infection Club too. We've got a little bit of an initiation role, but you look strong, so you'll be fine.
Okay.
What the fuck is this Infection Club? It sounds stupid.
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Do you go to our school?
No,
I'm not
I don't
lame.
think she does.
I'm not that lame. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is getting an education lame?
I have all the education I need. I'm way smarter than these fuckers.
Oh man, you're so hot. You want to join us in Infection Club?
I don't know what Infection Club is. You can't even answer a question. You're going on about intelligence.
Well, I mean,
stuff.
like the first
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
the
We'll
first
just
rule
go.
of Infection
Come on.
Club is we don't talk about Infection Club. No, Infection Club, we just kind of like hang out. We just talk about like weird diseases and like, order the good death videos that we've watched and things like that. We're real like, like death positive. We want to understand like disease and how it works.
Yeah. Caitlin's hot, yeah.
Yeah. I heard she's closing down her funeral home, but she's opening a new one later this year.
Yeah, like they just moved space. We had a video about it on YouTube.
Can we go to the back now? This is funny.
Yeah. Well, we've got to walk a little bit, and the guy flips his hair. He's like, "It's all right. We can walk." So you guys end up like walking towards the edge of the city.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm going to while this
oh.
is happening because Lily's going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to basically split myself off from the group, like conveniently, get lost, and then follow them. So I'm going to try to stay around.
I'm graphically as possible going to tell them what happened.
They are impressed that you know that much about tetanus. They so let's see. So Scarlet, let's see. You're trying to go unnoticed.
Yeah.
That is going to be sneak around. What tags do you want to use?
Let's see.
Conjure hunting weapon.
Yeah, sure, totally. I
cut myself a hiding spot.
Yeah, let me get rid of these tags that I have checked right now.
She conjures herself a hunting weapon, or hunting weapon of stuff.
I am a harmless little girl. I also have anonymity from being a wallflower.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure that's probably it. Unless I can lurk in hiding.
Repeat that last one for me, please.
I said unless I can lurk in hiding as well.
Lurk in hiding?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes. I will apply them. That sounds
all right. Cool. All right, so stick around.
All right. Let's see. Ooh, the MC chooses one. Someone unimportant noticed you, but that just made them important, right? You're perceived only by secondary sense. Must leave something important behind or be discovered. You know what? I'm going to say that you leave your phone behind.
No. That's like the worst thing ever for a teenager. What are you doing to me?
Horrible things. That's my job. My job is to do bad things.
I feel like that's a hard move, Randy.
It's just a phone. It's just a phone.
Yeah, but she's 16. It's fine.
Tier 5 status, no phone. You're taking
She has a smartwatch.
all right, so you do not have a smartwatch. I just want to
That's okay. That's okay.
all right, so you manage to sneak off, no problem. So yes, you're following along behind them. They kind of like look around. Got dude flips his hair. It's like, man, that talk about tetanus must have freaked out Scarlet.
Yeah.
That's right. Like I said, you're a tough one.
Yeah. I'm totally rad. I'm like real and stuff.
No. All right. So
And then I go into a spiel about rabies and how I think it's the closest thing to real zombies.
what about those little bugs that take over like other like the zombie?
Yes, but they
ants?
don't take over people. And
Not yet.
No, not yet. But
Like, have you ever?
rabies makes you want to fight people, and then they turn into rabies people too. And that's
See,
like how zombies spread.
See, I think of it more like werewolves.
But werewolves only change within rabies.
Yeah, but
is
they
forever.
bite people. They infect with their bite. Like rabies is more anyway. So this debate happens. So Talk and Job.
Yes.
The teenagers have left, much to your relief. But what would you like to do?
I get up and turn around. Do I see her phone? By chance?
The question is are you following?
Oh.
Like,
I just got this great picture of us in the church van trying to like stealthily follow.
Yes. We're doing that.
oh man! If anyone's doing fan art, that is creepy fan art to
Creepers.
do.
Yes.
Creepers.
Let's do it.
Hey,
Right,
it's got
Jesus.
windows. It's fine.
Right.
It says "Ride Jesus" on the side.
Oh my god! All right, so you guys are creeping in the van. Is that correct? All right, there we go. Van creepers. So
Can I call up
yes.
a storm to make it less? So they're basically more occupied with thinking about getting out of the rain than they are about this van that may or may not be following them.
yes, absolutely. So go ahead and let's make a storm, shall we, Talok? So I assume the power tag "Call Upon a Storm" is going to be used, and the perfect storm.
Yes.
Though both of those definitely apply. Any other one that you'd like to?
Because I'm using it to kind of cover ourselves, can I use the shadow and observe one?
Yes, I will say yes. But now here's my question to you. So you are inside of the van. So you are in an indoor space. How are you resolving this? Are you climbing on top of the van? Are you like leaning out the side of the van? Like you need more room.
I think it'll probably be before we get in the van. I'll like get the stormer going, basically.
Oh, that's not nearly as much fun. All right, that's fair.
I can see like with the back doors wide open.
Yeah, how
And,
does
like-
that? Yeah, I can do that too.
Cinematic. That's what
Yeah.
we want. That's cinematic. So excellent. So yes, the back doors are open. You're kind of like standing there holding on to the back of the van, and you're like one arm's out, like summoning the storm.
You'll see those the gray like storm clouds kind of start to roll in behind us and then overtake us. Okay.
Yes. And that is success. So your juice equals power. So you're creating a story tag. Storm. That sounds good. What else are you spending what are you spending the other 2 points of juice on for this?
Okay, we'll make it ongoing.
All right, prolong the effects. Excellent. That's a good one.
And then we'll scale up the effect, so it's a decently sized storm.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so there is indeed a storm in place. So excellent work. All right, rain starts to pour down in sheets. So Lily, you're getting soaked. One of the emo kids kind of like takes his jacket off and kind of puts it over top of your head. This is the one that referred to you as tough and strong.
How valiant of you! You're protecting me against water.
Just being chivalrous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's still.
I think
okay.
I can handle some rain.
Okay, well, that's
Worst
fine.
thing in the world.
Well, I mean, you're obviously not made of sugar and spice and everything nice. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
roses and katydids and mostly chewed up little kids.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So Lily, you and the emo kids go to a derelict house. So this house, it is boarded up. It's been tagged by all sorts of different people with graffiti, all sorts of stuff. There, it looks run down. It's about 3 stories. It's kind of it's an abandoned McMansion with boarded up windows. So it's in it's not in great repair. So and they're like, we're here, and he kind of like looks real proud to wave that like this is their hangout.
Hey, real quick, David tipped $5, giving a reroll to Lily.
Yay! Thank you.
Nice. All right. So,
Um,
not that anyone needs any rerolls tonight, except for Joe.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's all right. It's okay. I can't die.
Who knows?
I mean,
Alright.
you already have a built-in failsafe for your character, so if anything goes bad, you're gonna come back in.
Don't die.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like Captain Jack from Doctor Who? So, and yes, I did say McMansion, an abandoned derelict McMansion. So yes, so this is where we are. The emo kid throws his hair back and says, "Let's go inside." He takes a Snapchat of himself and the group of you, posts it, and you guys go around the back of the house and down through like storm doors and down into the basement.
Okay.
Presuming that Scarlet is going into the house, or is Scarlet staying out of the house?
Scarlett's gonna fill in. I'm gonna follow until they go to the basement,
Yeah.
and basically then I'm gonna go back outside so that I can tell Talak and Job what's going on.
Sounds good. You see
Seeing as I lost my phone.
the Cooper van is there. Ride Jesus stops, and you can catch.
Right, Jesus stops.
Do you get in, or do you come around to the side? Who are you talking to?
No, I just kind of like bang my hand on the whatever the side door
The
is.
slide door.
Yeah.
We open it.
Okay. All right. So there's a really weird club at my school called the Infection Club, and they like wanted me to join for some reason, and then Lily decided to kind of join too. So she's inside right now in the basement.
I didn't join them. I'm just
Right there.
following them.
Also, I split off so that I could just, since I figured Lily is probably better with that group than I can be, I split off a bit, and I lost the phone, so that's a little stressful. But yeah, they're in the basement right now, so I think we should probably follow after them. It's already an abandoned house, so I don't think we need to cut off the power or anything. But
Do you think they're not just a bunch of kids hanging out in the abandoned house, though? I mean, do you get a weird sense that she's in trouble?
It's not necessarily the club that I get a weird thing about. It's more the fact that the members of the club recently got these blood tests done by this company called Global Genetics. And they've been doing a lot of blood tests lately. And my, not my friend, but my classmate Emily went missing after she got one of these blood tests done. So I think maybe they're picking people out for some reason.
Okay. It
Oh,
might
and
look
Victor-
weird if I go.
Victor's the hair flip guy, right? Or is that someone else?
No, you guys
Okay.
have not seen Victor yet.
We haven't seen Victor. Okay.
No.
But yeah, and Victor's apparently tied to this club in some way, and was supposed to be getting
Oh, okay.
the people we rescued last night shipped to him.
Yeah, then maybe we should get to the basement. Maybe they're doing like some kind of weird blood ritual or something.
If nothing else, we might need to save them from Lily.
This is true.
True.
Yeah.
On that note, let's switch over to Lily, shall we? So Lily, you're led through the basement and then back up the stairs to like the main floor. There's this large open hall. You're led up to the second floor. There's like this large kind of just large open room that you see a lot of teenagers in there in the room as you come in. But you also see that there are like some shop owners and some like middle-aged and a couple of older people there as well. Kind of as you come in, the doors kind of shut behind you, and the crowd of people kind of start filling in between you and the door, kind of ushering you a little bit closer to a couple of people at the center. You see a couple of teenagers, one boy, one girl. The one says, "Oh, hello, you are not yet part of Infection Club. My name is Victor Chang, and this is my sister, Vector." And the sister
Victor and
says,
Vector, are you twins? That's
"Yes,
really
we are
stupid.
indeed twins. Although, no, we cannot read each other's minds, but finish each other's sandwiches." So,
Okay.
Vector continues. She's like, you look very interesting, and I am glad that you could join us for our club. She kind of reaches out and strokes your cheek. When she does so, you're going to be doing a face danger. She's trying to do something to you, and you're going to have to resist it. She is trying to infect you with whatever she's infecting people with. So,
Okay.
what tags can we use? Basic self-defense would apply here.
Yes.
Big brother.
Self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like be indignant and like just be like, get off me?
Yeah, indignant. That absolutely.
That works.
Yeah, given that
Uh,
circumstance.
I guess that my knowledge of the arcane arts would be doing things.
I don't think that this is the right moment.
Okay.
You could do Encase Lily and Protective Energy, but then that will
I
kind
have
of
to
tip.
summon Hans first.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
I could have. I don't know. That's enough, I guess. That's fine.
Evade Pursuer. Well, no, Evade Pursuer.
They're not pursuing me,
No.
really. I have
Alright.
a punk outfit. Maybe she tries to touch me and instead she just like. I don't know.
Hits one of your neck spikes.
Yes. I have like punk jewelry protecting me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and make your roll. You, like I said, you are facing danger.
9.
All right, you take the status, but with -1 tier. So you're going to get the status Infected 1.
Mm-hmm.
So you are Infected 1.
Okay,
So
you're
what
going to put that
is-
down. Or you want me to do it?
You can go ahead and do it. While you're adding it, I will describe that whenever she kind of like reaches out and caresses your cheek, you can feel like like a virus kind of take over. Like your sinuses get like kind of clogged. You kind of cough a couple of times, and you feel as though you're almost like losing control of yourself. You feel like her trying to exert over you.
And I try to heal myself.
Well, right now, sorry, I'm trying to get headphones to work, and apparently not. Let me think. She is not actually able to control you because you're only infected one. Like, that's like literally the least that you can have. But you feel that kind of happening. What do you want to do in response to that?
I want her to tell her not to talk to me and heal myself. I clear. I like just clear the condition. I'd be like, magic!
Hold on one moment. All right, repeat that, please.
Can I heal myself?
Yes, but it will be very obvious that you're doing magic.
Well, okay, well, I'm fine. It's not as control me yet. Okay, I'm fine. What the fuck, man? Get off me.
Oh,
Please
it's just
touch me.
it's part of the initiation ritual.
Okay.
Everyone here is very happy. Everyone at the same time says, "We are happy."
You're all like robots. It's not cool, man. You're all
Hello?
posers. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh no.
Your video froze.
No.
Not the GM. No.
We lost him.
I'm back.
I guess that means we win,
There he
guys.
is.
Oh,
He's
never
back.
mind.
I'm back. Darn it.
We saved the
All right,
world.
so-
We saved the world.
Sorry about that. All right, so yes, she says, it's just Infection Club. It's it's part of our initiation ritual. Everyone here is happy. Yes, we are happy. Everyone
Oh, boy.
responds at the same time.
Yeah, sure.
So
You are
so
all
yes,
like, yeah. You're all robots and posers. It doesn't totally like.
No, it's actually quite good. Everyone is relieved of their free will, just like you will be soon.
No.
And she goes to reach for you again.
I'm gonna call for Hans. I don't even care. Iron Hans! Iron Hans! Iron Hans!
All right.
You can say it 3 times.
Yes!
But you didn't say it into a mirror. No. Iron Hans appeared. We're going to switch back to the outside crew. So, everybody who's outside, you do notice that there are lights coming from the second floor. So I don't know what you guys would like to do.
I think Lily needs our help now.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're heading on in. Just going through the front door, or what do you guys think?
I mean, if you think we can just get up... Yeah, we should probably go through the front door. I don't think any of us can really climb very well, so...
The front door is boarded up.
Is anybody good at breaking things?
She's inside.
How did they go in? Or
They
you
went
saying like...
in through storm doors into the basement and shut it behind.
Okay.
So we would have to either break down the front door or go through the basement and then take a longer time. But potentially, if we could break down the door...
There's also windows. I mean, it is a
Yeah.
McMahon, so they're like giant windows.
True. Those would be easier to break than the front door.
But they would also be loud.
Well, breaking the front door would also be loud.
This is true. This is true.
So...
we could try like a group check type thing where I could try to make like a loud lightning strike as someone goes to break the window. Try to mask the sound a little bit.
What? I grab a rag from the van and wrap it around my fist, to prepare to break the window.
All right, so you're going to try and be sneaky with this, Joe, with the assistance of Talok. So I'm going to give you a +1 for Talok's assistance,
Okay.
like +1 power for it. So what tags would you like to apply to this?
Devil May Care, breaking and entering.
Devil May Care definitely works.
Still nothing left to lose.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Since I'm a father figure, I'm compassionate about this kid, Lily.
That sounds good. I like that.
Okay. And
Pretty good.
we'll just go with those. And sneak around.
Yes, sneak. Hey,
11.
there you go. There is a crack of thunder, and you smash the window at the same time. You don't know if it goes unnoticed, but it does.
Okay.
So Job, you open the window. What are you guys gonna do next?
I mean, I guess we're gonna storm upstairs, right?
That's where the light was, correct?
Yeah, on the second floor.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. All right. So you guys go running upstairs first.
Job!
All right. Who's going second?
I can.
And
All
I'll
right.
be last.
There we go. So, Job, you managed to dodge out of the way of, like, you throw the tripwire and you immediately dive, and a couple cans come down Home Alone style. Scarlet, if you could give me a was it face danger roll as you try, both you and Talok make these danger rolls as these things come plummeting down.
Okay. Well, I am protected by the cloak,
Yep, that applies.
at the very least.
Yes.
I don't know if anything else actually applies to this.
Yeah.
I have the strength to go on.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's not really trying to overcome that.
I am observant.
That will definitely apply.
Okay. And I think that's gonna be about it. So.
Yep.
And we're doing face danger.
Yes.
Okay.
What did you say was coming at us again?
Paint cans. Home
Paint
Alone
can.
style.
Okay.
Yes.
Like we're the wet bandits.
All right. Yes, exactly. This is a wet bandit sort of situation. So, so Scarlet, you're going to take a smacked 1 status from the paint
Okay.
can. It clips you in the shoulder as you're going up the stair.
Okay.
Talok. But you.
Okay. Let's see. For the tag combos, it recommends for escape before something happens to do turn myself into water and
Yeah.
flow through narrow spaces. So I'm basically just gonna do try to poof into water, make the can maybe either pass like through me as water or just dodge it entirely.
All right, sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right, you take the status, but with a -1 tier. So you actually, well, considering it was tier 1, that means the paint can does clip you, but you don't take it. You don't take take any status from it.
Okay.
So, however, you both got. Well, one of you failed, so they know that you're there. Like the paint can trap went off. They know that you're there. So let's go ahead and move back to Lily. Lily, you're going to be starting initiative for us, since I think everybody's going to be getting into it pretty quick. And you just summoned Hans, so it makes me think that you're probably in a fighting mode. Maybe I'm reading that wrong, but Lily, what would you like to?
Okay. I am going to get Hans to text me so she can't scratch me again. Uh, so I'm gonna go and have him text me. And then I guess that's all I can do this round.
Well, so you're trying to give yourself additional protection. That's going to be
Yes.
change the game because you're trying to create a
Sorry, hold on. Let
urban.
me actually click things. So
Yeah.
indestructible body, hasted protection, maybe I don't know. Basic self-defense would work. Or
yes, and that will create probably a protective shell. So go ahead and roll change the game. Oh, all right.
Reroll.
Oh, snap!
It's gonna be just as bad. It'll be fine.
No.
Yay!
No,
I'm good. I'm fine.
All right, great. So one power goes to creating the story. So you have protective shell 1. The question is, what do you want to spend your other power on? Remember that by default.
I'm going to hide effects so she can't scratch me, but she also can't see on, so she's what's going on.
Okay, so you hide the effect. Now, by default, it will be temporary, which means it will only affect the next relevant action. Or you can spend your last power to prolong the effects, kind of make it on.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, great. So you have a status of protective shell 1. You can add that to the cards at the bottom of your sheet, and when applicable, we can apply it.
Okay.
All right, great. So Lily, who goes next?
I'll say Job can go next.
All right, Job.
All right. So they're making this racket with paint cans. I'm gonna get out of the way, behind the. Do I hear footsteps? I guess.
If you wanted to, you could get all the way to the room and burst in if you'd like.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to.
No, that's fine.
I'm just saying, it's not. This isn't D&D where you have 6 seconds.
Oh, that's fine.
All right.
So I'll rush into the room.
Yeah. So you kind of manage to you pull the door open because it opens out because that's an OSHA safety thing.
Mm-hmm.
And in front of you is this crowd of mostly teenagers and a couple of adults. And you see kind of in the middle, you see these 3 students. One of them is Lily, and then 2 are students that you don't recognize, a boy or girl. And they're kind of in the middle there. You see Lily recoiling from the girl who's got her hand out to kind of caress her cheek. And that's the situation that you run in on. They have a bunch of electric camping lights to light the room, so the room is fairly well lit.
Sure. Well, because I'm a father figure and there's a bunch of kids in this room, I'm going to try to convince everyone to step away before things get really ugly.
All right, I'm back again. Sorry.
That's all right. I
I don't know why I'm having issues tonight. So tell me again what you'd like to do.
I am going to convince the room, or try to, that what you're doing is not right. And if you guys just walk away from this, we can end this before it gets really ugly.
Can I ask a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We were going back over the rules because I can't remember. If you burn a tag, you can get an automatic 12, right?
If you burn a tag, I reread it before the game to make sure that I understood. If you burn a tag, you get power 3, and assuming that you roll a 7, which means that you get a 10 plus or minus any statuses that apply.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So that means that you'll get a 10, and then if you've got the infected -1 that Lily has, that 10 would then become a 9, unless there are other statuses that also impact it if you
Gotcha.
burn the tag.
Well,
Gotcha.
So you can also choose to, what is it, the stop holding back, which is like a giant move. If you look at the move sheet, it'll describe that. That kind of like the, like, you know, Jean Grey from the X-Men, like going Nova kind of situation. So Job, so don't bother rolling the, like, convince the crowd.
Okay.
You discover that they're all under mind control.
Okay.
Except for Lily. They all like they just don't acknowledge you.
Okay.
They, like, the crowd itself, they're eerily quiet as they're focusing on what's going on. But you definitely have, like, their attention now. They kind of like do that creepy zombie turn.
Okay.
The ones near you, and kind of turn and look at you.
Can I get a sense of who the leader of this group is, or who's running the show?
It's probably the girl in the center with Lily. So.
All right. Man. I'm going the okay. Hit with all you've got. How's it different from go toe to toe? Is that
You're gonna have to try and get through the crowd
Okay.
of, like, people zombies. Now, they're not zombies. They're
Okay.
being mind controlled by whatever's going on. So they're still people, and they're mostly teenagers.
okay?
So bear that in mind when you choose your decision, like what you'd like to do.
Man.
If you want, you're gonna have to try and get there,
Mhm.
and that's probably going to be like go toe to toe
Okay.
with the, like, mind controlled people to get to the center of the room, because
Okay.
they're obstructing Lily getting out, so
Right.
they're gonna obstruct you getting in.
All right. Without punching someone, just shoving and trying to get through that way, can it still be go toe to toe?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You can do that.
I'll be very compassionate about it because I don't want to punch any kids.
All right. So what tags are we applying, Joe?
Well, I was asking about compassionate.
Devil may care.
Yeah.
No, because you want to be careful. So devil may care is not part of that.
Okay. No, I said compassionate.
Oh, compassion. Yes. Compassionate. Yes.
A righteous man. So I'm trying to stick to a moral code and get Lily out of there.
I'm going to say yes because you're trying to get through the crowd the right way. It's tough, but you're getting through it.
Okay.
You do it the right way.
And I don't know if I have anything else.
I don't think.
No. Let's do it.
That plus your minus. Well, your headache will not apply to this.
Okay.
All right. All right. So choose one.
Okay. I'm going to say block, dodge, or counter their best attempts. Because there's a lot of these people, these kids.
All right. So you're not going to get through the crowd, but you also don't get, like, you don't get hurt.
Okay.
So, and you don't get hurt and they don't get hurt. So, so who goes next, Joe?
Scarlet.
Oh, why? I don't know what I want to do. All right, so I guess I walk upstairs. What's happening right now?
You see that Job is trying to make his way through trying not to hurt anyone, and he's not making much progress. The people are apparently, like, zombified, although they're not zombies; they're mind controlled. And there's there are the two people in the center with Lily. Lily is just, like, recoiled. She's, like, all sorts of swear words at the other girl in the middle. And that's the situation you find yourself in.
Okay. And changing the game, that's like creating an aspect.
Yeah, to use fate parlance. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I would imagine I heard Job trying to convince them that they didn't do anything. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to change the game. And to do that, I'm going to conjure my hunter's weapon. It is going to be a bow staff. And basically what I'm going to do is try to use it to either knock people out or push people away with it. Does that make sense?
So what is your goal with knocking people out, pushing people?
I'm basically
Clear a
trying
path?
to clear a path. Yes.
Okay, so you're trying to clear. All right.
Yeah.
What? Let's see. So conjure hunting weapon is a tag that works.
Mm-hmm.
What other tags would you like to use?
Let's see. Let's see. This might actually not be the best option. Surprise attack. They're distracted by Job, so they wouldn't see me coming.
I think at this point they all know something's going on, so I don't know that. You haven't been on the scene. You've just seen. Yes, surprise
Okay.
attack. Yes.
All right. Let's see. Strength to go on doesn't reapply. I'm trying to help Job. I have an empathetic connection.
No, I don't think it's on the edge. What does everybody think? Yes or no?
I was also going to try to do guidance from a strange. I can't read the rest of it on the card.
Guidance from a strange mystic.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
that
it.
applies here either.
No, I didn't think so either.
I
Yeah,
guess
no.
how would you see us use empathetic connection?
More like personal things, more social things have to happen. Like for instance, if like so Lily is infected right now. Let's say she was more infected and was under the control of the bad guy Vector.
Oh, like trying to talk
Then-
her out of it or something?
Yeah, I'm going to fight her, but I'm also going to be trying to convince her that, like, this isn't you, you need to wrestle control. Empathetic would definitely work there for that.
What about them being on like the same page as far as like how to deal with the situation?
I think I can go for that.
Okay.
So, yeah. You're empathetic because you're trying to also, like, take care of the crowd, responsibly.
All right. So because of my smack status, does that mean I get a -1?
Yes,
Okay.
you do.
All right. Good. Okay, that worked. So I'm trying to change the game.
Yep.
Okay. A 7.
That is a mixed result. But you've got a power 2, so you can spend your juice, and then I will make a GM move. Or
Okay.
MC move, or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's an MC move, but that's okay.
The emo guy flips his hair as a free action.
All right. So I get.
He's not totally infected yet. Or else
Alright,
all
so-
of them would flip their hair at the same time.
They are emo, so yes.
I am
They all
going
flip their hair at the
to-
same time.
Yes.
I am going to create a story tag of,
Yep. Clear path.
clear a path. And then for giving or reducing a status, is that on myself, somebody else? What does
That would be on this, which is it would be clear the path. That would make it clear the path 2, which would
Okay.
add 2 to what Job is trying.
All right, then I will add an additional effect on top of that.
All right. Awesome. Cool. So that means Talok is next because that ends the round of initiative. So Talok, what would you like to do?
Okay. First off, can I grab one of those paint cans?
Absolutely.
Sure. I'll lug that with me. What's the room look like?
It's a rather large rectangular, so it's kind of like 1 by 3 would be the dimensions. The ceiling's probably about 12 or 13 feet high. It has it's got a staircase that goes up to like a landing that kind of looks down on everyone else. And otherwise the room is pretty empty.
Are there any windows or like a balcony or anything?
Yes, there are windows. I don't think there's a balcony.
Okay. And you said they just have like camping lights?
Yes.
Then I think I'm going to chuck the paint can out the window just
Alright.
to open that out, that up, and I'm gonna stick my hand out and call upon some lightning to basically blow out the lights in the room. Then it'll be darkness.
Oh, that sounds good. All right. So that is that's going to be a change the game because you're trying to create a darkness tag, which I very much like. So what tags would you like to apply to that roll?
I'll do Thunderbolt Manipulation,
Yeah.
and let's see.
Well, I don't know if it's Thunderbolt Manipulation so much as it is Call Upon a Storm, because you're pulling on the wind aspects of the storm.
Okay, that'll work. And then
Although honestly, you could also use a Thunderbolt to kind of like explode the lanterns. So yeah, go ahead and add it.
okay, and then can I tag the storm tag since it's going on outside
Yep.
as well?
Yep.
Okay. So, let's see. Okay, so I'll have those
I'm not going to
three.
apply indoor spaces because you specifically like created like access to the outside. So for this roll, I'm gonna waive the indoor spaces with this tag.
Okay. And you said change the game?
Change the game. That's correct. Holy cow!
Okay.
Nice.
Game changed.
Yeah.
All right. Indeed. So you create with one of your use the tag darkness. And what would you like to do with that?
So how does that work? Is that giving like everyone a status of darkness, or is it
Yes.
story
Yes.
tag
Everyone in this
darkness?
room will get the status of darkness. So this will apply to everyone. So both, Team Ride Jesus and everyone else. So that's just that particular kind of tag. I don't think could be specifically targeted for one over the other. So now it will only last until the next relevant action. It'll still be dark, but it won't be a tag that can be used.
Yeah.
So it won't be as narratively potent. Like the clouds will part and the moon will something.
So I could do, but I could also do it could be a -2 status darkness and then a prolong the effect to make it
Yep.
last longer.
that is absolutely an option.
Okay, then I think I will do that then.
All right. So we've got a darkness tag of 2. So go ahead and just add that to the bottom of your character. So yeah, great. All right, you get to pick who goes first in the next round. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about Scarlet's mixed success. I also forgot about Job's as well, but I did comment about Scarlet's wanting to do something. With your change the game, the infected teenagers are going to, they're going to attempt to infect you. And they're going to give you infected 1, Scarlet.
Okay.
So you feel a little bit of the calling from Vector, the girl in the center.
Gotcha.
All right. So Taylok, you get to pick who goes first in the next round.
We'll go with Job. See how he handles the mob of zombies.
Now it's dark.
There is a path now. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to continue to push forward. I mean, I can't remember
All right, so-
what direction to go in, and that's all the opening.
Yep. And so you're going to make your way to the center. That's go toe to toe because you're trying to overcome like this crowd that's resisting you.
Right.
So what tags are you going to justify?
I don't know if I'm still compassionate. I still have to get in there.
Yep.
But I still have nothing left to lose. Like, I don't care about getting hurt. And a righteous man still. So there's 3.
All right, there you go.
But there's
You're going to add 2 for clear the path. So you just add that to the miscellaneous part
Okay.
that says power at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a +5 to your roll.
Okay. And anything for darkness, like minus or anything?
Actually, good point.
Mhm.
That would be a -2 for darkness. So you can add that to the weakness or deduct it from the power.
Okay. Boom.
Nice. All right. That is a straight up success. You get to choose 2.
All right. I would like to manage to reach Vector
All right.
and get them good with a tackle to get them on the ground.
All right. You're going to
Or
you
her.
Can,
Should I do
You can
her?
apply that to the crowd, but not.
Victor
Oh,
is a,
okay.
Victor's a he, Vector's a girl.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, then if I'm still going to the crowd, I need to block, dodge, and counter the best attempts.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you that you could probably also like try to work on restraining some of them a little bit, like you're trying to kind of like knock them unconscious, things like that.
Ooh,
you
it's dark
could
now. No one sees me punch them. Yeah.
I'm on it.
I'll restrain it.
Okay. That would be equal to power 3.
Mhm.
So yes, so you take out a large chunk of the infected teenagers between you and Scarlet. You manage to neutralize them. They're either knocked unconscious, they're either kind of like stunned for a moment as they're trying to shake off whatever's controlling them. And you know the one emo guy is really into ripping his hair. So you're good. All right. So who goes next? You managed to get into the center with Vector and Lily and Victor.
Okay. Who has not gone yet? Sorry.
Everybody's not gone yet.
Okay.
It's a new turn.
Okay. You know what, Lily? Let's let Hans out and have some fun.
Okay. I am going to conjure some Jorogomo. They're spider women from Japan.
Yes, I had them in one of my home games once.
And I am going to have them start webbing up all the teenagers so they don't move at all. Like, if they wake up or whatever, they're just webbed around. They're just webbed up. They can't move.
Okay. Sounds good. So you are trying to,
Conjure creatures.
yeah, you're trying to change the game.
Change the game. Conjure creatures. Knowledge of the arcane. I'm going to say it's a comforting embrace. It's the comforting embrace of the spider web.
Oh, all right. So what tags do you want to add to that change the game roll?
Okay. Conjure, creature, knowledge
Yep.
of the arcane, and comforting embrace.
Comforting
indignant.
embrace.
And indignant. 'Cause I'm pissed off.
Well, comforting embrace and indignant are kind of two opposites spectrum, I think.
Okay. Well, whichever. Doesn't matter.
No, it does from a narrative sense. Are you trying to do this like comfortingly to make sure that everybody is good? Or are you indignant and you're just like
I'm just
spider
gonna be
people, take them
indignant.
out? That sounds
Okay.
fitting with your character.
Okay.
All right,
Take the
go
game.
ahead. Make your roll.
15.
How did you get a power 5 if we're using 3 tags?
I don't know. Hold on.
Okay, well, 2 short is still a 13, so that's still a good roll. So like the roll still stands.
Okay.
So like it's not a problem.
Okay.
So all right, so your power is 3. You get to spend your use your so you're creating the story tag of restrained.
Mhm.
All right.
And I'm gonna scale up the effect for a greater area and more content.
All right, great. So you're able to affect multiple targets. So there is restrained 1 on them until it comes back around to your turn again, because it's going to be temporary.
Yeah,
But
they're all spider webbed up.
they are. All right.
And then my creatures are gonna turn and look at at Vector and Victor, just with their like little spider legs going like this.
Excellent. All right. So who goes next, Lily? It's Talok or Scarlet?
Let's go with Telok.
Okay, so all are the two twins held as well, or just like all the other students?
All the other students are held. Twins are not held.
Okay.
They're kind of like they're named NPCs.
Well. Let's see. I guess I will. I'm going to. I think I'll hold off for now. Because they haven't really done anything else yet to us, right? Or are they still trying to attack us as well?
They're still trying to kind of like stop you. They haven't started to attack yet, but they've been like trying to kind of keep you away. But it's definitely like things are headed south pretty fast, especially with the Jorgomo like webbing up a lot of people and Job getting into the center of the crowd. Things are probably going to get more violent.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold off and see basically how how it plays out from here, I guess. So nothing quite yet. I don't want to throw a lightning bolt at two teenagers and just like zap somebody if I'm not entirely sure, you know, what's going on.
All right, that's fair. All right, Scarlet, what are you doing? Blast. Did you hear me, Mallory?
I did, yeah, sorry.
Okay. All right.
I zoned out for a minute. I heard Scarlet, you're next, and I'm like, that's not me.
Yeah, the
Not
crowd.
me.
Yeah, the crowd is still there. So you'd have to kind of fight your way through, but there is, but that cleared path I think is gone because it wasn't ongoing.
Oh,
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, it applied to the next like relevant role.
Okay.
So you can try and take out the infected teenagers or do something.
Well, aren't they webbed up now?
They are restrained one, but that's not restraining all of them. So they're not yet taken out, so they're still active.
So I still have to try to get through them.
Either get through them or like restrain, knock them out, something along those lines. Or I mean, kill them all. You could do that too.
Oh, if only.
Because it's
Do I
dark,
see
could
Emily in
she
this group
stealth?
of people?
Because it's dark, you could stealth. And
Then I'm going to sneak around. But question:
yes.
Do I see Emily or not?
Do you see Emily? You do see Emily. Well, actually,
Okay.
no, it's dark. You don't see Emily.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if my hood gave me.
Well,
you
I'd
know,
say before the
dark
lights went
vision.
out, you did see Emily.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to see if I could potentially use that for something. All right. So obviously we're going to do lurk and hiding. And anonymity.
Yes. You also get 2 for darkness because that's the tag that Talok created.
Okay. Doop. Harmless little girl?
No, most everybody here is kind of fits that bill.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I don't think protected by the cloak would necessarily work, but I mean, maybe.
No,
Because it does.
it does protect you. Well, no, I don't think. Yeah, let's go with yes.
Okay.
The cloak does.
All right.
The cloak will protect you from all of the infected teenagers.
Then I will sneak around.
All right. Yikes. All right, you barely succeed with a 16.
A little bit.
So yes, you are successful. You manage to sneak. You're sneaking into like past all of the people to where the two main folks are. Is that where you're going?
Yeah, the intention is to basically sneak, hide myself, and get an advantageous position so that I can
Yep.
take out Vector.
No one knows you there. Knows you're there. No one except for you.
Yes, that's all
All
that
right.
matters.
Excellent. Who goes first in the next round? Everybody is valid now.
Does anybody want to go first? Nobody in particular? Alright then, Taluk.
Sure. Let's see. So, we have two, or basically everyone is right next to them now.
Yes. Although you don't know that Scarlet's right next to them.
Okay. Well then, I think for this, I'll try to basically turn the lights back on for my allies. Now that they've been able to maybe reposition somewhat, provide some lighting for their next action.
Okay.
So I guess I'll change the game and I don't know, make some bolts of lightning happen. So maybe get that like strobe lighting effect happen through the windows. You can kind of get flashes to see to counteract the darkness.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So what tags are you going to use to do that?
I'm going to use let's see. We'll do storm, the perfect storm, and maybe call upon a storm. Just them kind of controlling it,
Yep.
getting a bunch of flashes all at once, so that way it kind of lights up the room. Get the disco going.
Sounds good. Why don't you also add in empathetic connection from Dabblers in the Mist
Okay.
as you kind of need to communicate to everybody the pattern that you're going to be following so that they understand it. Like maybe it's sort of like CPR. It's like, staying alive, everybody. Dun, 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 dun. Staying alive, staying alive. And then, that's when the flashes go off.
Okay, let's choose the game.
Go ahead and roll. Very nice. All right. So you're creating the story tag well lit, I assume?
Yeah, we can go with that.
All right. And what would you like to spend your other 3?
Let's see. So, we'll prolong it, so that way it keeps going.
Yeah.
Is there any way, can I maybe scale up the effect so it'll maybe like stagger some of the people that weren't ready for it?
Well, scaling up the effect would allow it to affect more than one of your allies, so that would allow you to
okay, that'll
affect
work.
all of your allies.
So we'll do that, and I think that's basically good.
Okay, great. All right, so you now have counteracted the darkness that you made. So that's awesome. Who goes next, Talok?
We'll go with Scarlet.
Ooh, back to Scarlet. Mallory, what would you like to do with Scarlet?
I'm gonna try to take out Vector, so I guess I'm gonna hit her with all I've got.
All right.
Is that darkness still active?
The darkness is
No.
not going to impact you because Talok countered it for just you guys.
Oh, great. Thanks, Talok. Is there anything else on the board that'll give me plus minus to my power?
I don't think so.
Okay. And does infected or smacked affect me at all?
Does what?
Infected or smacked?
Let's see. I think that yes, they both would.
Both would. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you say the well lit was only for the allies?
That's my understanding.
Can she then tag the darkness on because it's affecting the other people, basically?
Yes.
Does that work? Okay.
So yes. So yeah, good point. You can get a +2 for darkness on this, Scarlet.
They cancel each other out. Good, good. So obviously I'm going to conjure my hunting weapon. I'm going
Yes.
to take out. I'm going to conjure a something different. A punching dagger.
A hunting weapon?
Yeah,
That is not a
Fine.
hunting
When you
weapon.
punch a deer,
fine, fine,
Punch a deer.
Okay.
fine.
Interlude.
I will conjure a
Wait a minute.
longbow.
I have a stabbing deer story. My brother, who is a hunter,
Oh my God.
was out hunting. He shot a deer. He followed it. It was laying down. He decided that he was going to straddle it and take care of the deer. And the deer jumped up, and he began riding it while trying to stab this deer and take it out. And I know this story because there's a little old lady on her back porch watching my brother do this in her backyard, and was just like, "John Nathan, get off of that deer."
I'm totally doing that to Vector. It's my turn.
Oh my God.
You're going to ride
Just
her
kidding.
like a deer?
It was a joke.
Okay. All right. So, Scarlet, go ahead and finish your turn. Sorry.
All right, I'm conjuring a longbow.
That is a hunting weapon.
So that's a hunting weapon. Surprise
Yes.
attack obviously applies.
Yes.
I am hiding.
Yes.
So I lurk and hiding. I always find my prey.
No.
Yay. No, I didn't
No.
think so.
No,
That's
but
fine.
surprise attack.
Yes. I can't really argue for any of my loved ones because I don't have my phone. What about observance?
I would say yes,
Okay.
because you're
I'm
timing
looking
the
for weak
right
spots. Okay.
moment. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, then I will hit what I've got. All right.
All right. Make your choices. You get to choose two.
Yes, I will get them good. And then secure a superior position. My usual. You know. I'll call the status pierced with an arrow.
All right. She takes a 5-tier status.
Or
Um,
if we want to go for the memes, arrow to the knee.
there we go. All right. She takes an arrow to the knee.
Yep.
Yes. She gets to be an adventurer. Let's see.
Not
That-
anymore.
Yes. All right, so you are going to tag her, and you secure a superior position so she can't hit you back. So she is not going to see you, but she is going to react to that.
Mhm.
She is going to attempt to get Lily to command Hans to take you out. So she is going to attempt to control Lily because you do have infected one. This is a face danger because you're trying to resist a malign influence.
Okay.
So what tags would you like to apply to this roll to resist?
Indignant.
Yes, definitely.
I have a punk outfit that adds to me being indignant.
Cute, but no. And darkness doesn't apply here because this isn't
Yeah.
dependent on being able to see you because she can feel where you are.
I'm encased in protective energy,
Yes, that will apply.
indestructible energy body,
No, this isn't physical attack.
strength of 1,000 men. I have like the willpower strength of 1,000 men.
I would say yes. That sounds good. You have,
Okay.
you have power. All right.
What about empathic connection? It's like she doesn't
Yeah.
want to maybe attack. one
That's
of us.
another good one. Thank you. Yes, add that one. And this is a face danger.
9.
All right. Face danger. All right. So you take the status, but with -1 tier. So this is. All right. Well, what status is going to apply? She is basically I'm going to call this she's infecting you again. So it's infect 1, which means because you are already at infect 1, you will be at infect 2.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
So go ahead and increase that status to 2. You do not have to go and attack Scarlet. This
Yes.
is just her trying to take control of you.
Okay.
So, and then that was Scarlet's turn. Scarlet and Talok have both gone. Who is next, Scarlet? Mallory?
Who's left?
It is Job and Lily. Still have to.
Job.
Can I get to the center now?
You are in the center.
Okay.
That's what you did with your last turn. You managed to get there. You're in front of these two people. You saw Vector pretty much kind of like berate Lily and tell her, go kill her, while kind of like holding her knee.
I want to knock her out if I can somehow. Can I hit her with all I've got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that when you hit with all you've got, it doesn't necessarily mean like you're trying to kill. It just means that you're like trying to take them out and making yourself a little bit more vulnerable than go toe to toe. So
let's go toe to toe.
All right. Sounds
good. Nothing left to lose.
So your goal is to
punch out their lights. That's the goal.
Yeah. All right. So so what tags do you want to use to apply?
Nothing left to lose. Go ahead.
One thing you can do. So because they, which one is this? This is Vector. Already has a status from taking an arrow to the knee.
Okay.
If you basically work that injury into whatever you're doing, then you could basically invoke that status they already have.
Gotcha.
As like a plus to you.
Yeah. She has a 5-point arrow to the knee.
Okay. Well, if I kick her in the knee where that wound is, this course searing pain through her body where she might black out. Maybe.
Yep. Sounds good. So that's 5 points.
Okay.
From that status that she's taken.
With my other 2, I don't know if I want to. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I'm going to spend. So let's go toe to toe with +7.
Yikes. All right. Choose 2. So you're going to, in this case, since this is kind of a combat, you can't just achieve your goal and knock her out in this instance, but you inflict a status with equal power, which is 7 points. Okay. The topmost tier generally is 6.
Okay.
So between this and the arrow to her knee, tell me how Job knocks her unconscious.
Well, I hit her right near the top, her kneecap, right near where the arrow went through. Yeah. I kicked her so hard that the pain, while I was going off, it's unbearable, I'm assuming. Never been shot in the knee with the arrow. Yeah. Where she just cripples over.
Yep, that's it. She collapses down to the ground unconscious. Her brother is kind of like over top of her, just kind of like protecting her. What are you doing? You notice that everybody starts to kind of like ever like glazed look they had on over their eyes. Kind of the fog starts to lift. And everybody's just kind of like looking at everybody else. All of the teenagers start checking their phones. Victor is like, what are you doing? She's still alive. We need to get an ambulance for my sister.
Yeah. Iron Hans will nix the ambulance and pick up his sister and throw her out for the force.
No.
Brutal. Finish it.
But because she hurt his sister.
I will pray for you, Lily.
Iron Hans is also a good father figure, or an unusual big brother.
Yeah, his unusual is not good.
No, but he gives good advice. You know.
The good advice is don't hurt my sister.
Yes. So basically, throw out the window is going to like kind of kill her at this point. Is that your intention?
Yeah. Sounds like fun to me. It's a one shot.
I'm blacklisting you for my everything.
There you go. All right. So
Next session, Lily on the run from the law.
Yeah, right.
No, I already have. I'm runaways. I already have.
So while you wait for the ambulance, Victor basically tells you everything that's going on. That his sister Veronica Chang has been was part of a study with that global genetics, and she like somehow is able to infect people and control them. And basically, they were kind of building. She was building up a personal army. She was promised by someone that they would, like, if she put that personal army to good use, they would help feed her army. And so there was a third party that we did not discover tonight that was basically kind of like wanting to work with her and use her as a basically as an agent to do things. So so you discover that she was infected with something that allowed her to do this. It was hold on. It was a biotech company trying to open a gateway for the mythos of plagues. So that's what Vector was. He was awakened with the mythos of plagues and was able to control all of the people she touched or came across. So you guys have successfully stopped what was going on. You found that Emily Emily Craig was indeed here. She is safe and sound. All of the teenagers are okay, except for Veronica Chang, who's thrown out a window by Iron Han. So yes. So I hope that everybody had fun tonight. Are there any questions that have gone unresolved? I think I've answered it. But any questions?
Parents are gonna kill me. I lost my phone again.
I can call it and try to track it down. Can't put it that far. Oh.
Me and Lily will spend the next couple hours trying to find my phone.
Yeah.
On the path that they took us to this abandoned McMansion.
That way I'm not there when the cops show up.
All right, so here's the question. Chat room, does Scarlett ever get her phone back? Yes or no? First answer gets it. All right, maybe no one's paying attention.
Well, there's a delay.
All right. Oh,
There is a
okay.
delay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Twitch
that's a good point.
delay.
There is a delay, isn't there? I forget that there's a delay in this.
Yeah, there's always a delay.
So,
Is Talok still covered in toilet water?
yes, Talok is still covered in toilet water.
It is now just a part of his character.
I say
Oh,
that
no, he isn't, because the fire suppression system went off, so he's not covered
Okay.
in toilet water.
That's true.
It's-
I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, what's that, Lily?
If I were to say it, okay, she gets her phone back, but someone found it in between and got on and was sending people like random text messages. So she has to go through and explain it. That wasn't me. I lost my phone, and some jerk was texting you that I don't know, just random stuff.
Well, we have one
Sounds
more
good.
giveaway
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, giveaway.
for the City Mist bundle, the player's book, and the MC toolkit. And here is your keyword. Just type this in as is to chat, and you'll be entered to win. You get 1 entry, subscribers get 3. And here is your keyword.
Careful.
Gotta do without the asterisk, Godless Lawyer.
So while we wait for the result,
Mhm.
what did everybody think of City Mist?
I liked it. It was
Yeah, a
fun.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've never played a Power by the Apocalypse game, and I enjoy it.
I like that the GM or MC doesn't have to roll dice, but he chooses the consequences of our poorly rolled dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even when you roll like strong dice, I can still take moves too. It's,
Yeah.
it involves a lot of trust between the GM and the players that like things are going to be interesting. So it requires a group that favors interesting over success. So like in D&D, like it's kind of hard to favor interesting over success, because if you take too many hit points of damage, you'll die. But here in City of Mist, like we can just go forward with lots of wounds and make things really interesting as it
Yeah.
gets harder and harder. So I appreciate you guys having that trust in me.
And thank you for running this. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And this was the case that I ran is V for Going Viral. It is a free adventure that you can download from City of Mist. It's literally like 3 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and we did like maybe less than half of it, because we could have easily gone on another 2 hours as you guys investigated a bunch of other things. I just
Yeah.
tried to I wanted to keep us to about 3 hours, and we're just a hair of.
Yeah.
How many pre-made mods are there for City of Mist? Do you know?
Not off the top of my head. I know there's 2 that I've run. I've run this one, and then like Demon's End, which is a little more like Halloween themed, but you can really run it anytime. They have a Showdowns and Something book coming out that's going to have 10 adventures in it. That was kickstarted a while ago. They're almost done with it, so that will be available for like almost like an adventure path sort of situation. And I want to say that there are some more, but I don't know that for sure. Let me see if I've got a folder open. Oh, no, I do not have a folder open. Top.
For someone, okay, so if you're not doing pre-gens, how easy is the character creation for City Mist?
That's a good question, because it looks complicated to me.
I think your mic is muted, or
Yeah, I muted my. I have a anyway. I've never created characters for City of Mist. I've read the character creation rules. It involves like answering questions. Brandon mentioned it earlier before we started the game that there are like large kind of like groups, and then you answer questions, and based on the answers to those questions, you create your own power tags.
yeah, it's actually really easy. I like it quite a lot because it's very open. So let me can give you an example of how it's kind of structured. If I can find it. But basically, you start with a generic theme book. So, like, if you look on these characters, you'll see they're already in, like, mine was for God of Rain and Lightning, that was under the Expression theme book. For Wherever There's Water, There I Am, that was Mobility. So you pick a base theme book for one of yours, so say Mobility, and then you first answer a, like, required question, which is essentially, like, how are you mobile? What is your mobility? So for Talic, it was travel between bodies of water, and that's kind of your baseline. And then there's like 13 other questions, and you'll just answer 2 other ones. So sometimes it'll flesh out your power a little bit more, sometimes it'll give you a different type of power. But it's pretty broad, and you can basically just work in pretty much whatever you want. Like, I think, it's a system I think you can do quite a lot in, and you have a lot of freedom in, which I like.
Okay. Cool. Well, we do have a winner for the giveaway, and the winner is Mike.Games.
Yay!
Awesome. Congratulations.
I can send you the link and the coupon in your chat here on Twitch. Look for that a little bit later. Or if you'd like to join our Discord server, I can send it to you that way as well. Either way. I'll link that here in chat, and we'll go ahead and wrap. Again, thank you, Randy, for running this for us tonight.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
It
you.
was my pleasure.
And we will go ahead and call it here. Thank you, Mallory, for joining us too. You were amazing.
Thank
And
you.
for Brandon, good to play with you again.
Yeah, it was a blast.
And we will see you guys next week.
Yep. Next week we're playing Harry Potter.
Thank you, Mallory, for joining. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you, everyone.
Mm-hmm.